Well, here we go again. Hmm. Well, guys, how are y'all doing this morning? Apparently, my stuff ain't playing this morning. Let's check something out real quick. Nope, not getting no response. So we'll just go right over here. All right, guys. Good morning to you. I hope it's a good one. I know everybody is down this morning, but I can't even get people to come on the show. That's all right. Hey, good morning, Van. How are you doing? Go Alabama and talk all these trying no ass players with you. I get it, man. I get it. No, guys, I have got some questions. Yeah, I am pissed off too. Anybody you want to come on the show? I don't know what Restream is doing to me this morning. Uh, I don't really feel like resetting everything. So, guys, if you want to come on the show, you're more than welcome to. There should be a link. Yep, there is a link up there if you want to come on. I guess this is a new event type deal. So, y'all come right on. All right, guys, what happened? What happened last night? I'm going to just flat out tell you honestly. I did not watch the game. When I seen the first series last night, I knew good and well we were not there to play football. I knew that. I give it a shot. I listened. I watched. I had other things going on, but I couldn't stand to watch it. I knew we was going to lose that game, and I gave y'all a warning shot yesterday on Pickem show. Oklahoma did this to Texas last year, and this was an important game to them. They said, "Yeah, welcome to the SEC." They told us. That's how it went. So, guys, what happened last night? Yeah, we are proved we are pretenders and not contenders. Ah, Lord have mercy. Yeah, I'm mad, and you're a fan. 24/7. That's the way it is. I get it, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Roll Tide. You got that right, buddy. I was going to try to get a different countdown this morning, but didn't have time to do what I really needed to do, so I was just messing around this morning. All right, guys, who's at fault? That's what I want to know from you guys. Who is at fault of this? Is it the coaches? Is it the players? Is it us with high expectations of what our teams are supposed to be? The standard. What happened to it last night? I don't know. Uh, I got to get this. There ain't a player on that field that would play next week, win, lose, or draw. Seems like we need to wipe off the whole team. Seems like I know how you feel. I really do. All right. So I'm wondering, is it our coach's fault? Is it Nick Sheraton? Is it Kevin Walmack? Whose fault? Was the defense up to your standards last night? From what I seen, they were gashing all kinds of holes all night long. The quarterback, who's not really supposed to be anything. Yeah, it was embarrassing, Steven. Worse than Vandy. I mean, you were expected to win this by 14 points. Hey, Gabe, how you doing this morning? Look like y'all may be going to the SEC, brother. I'm gonna get to that later on. Jaden and the coaches were seeing ghosts. Yeah, they were seeing nothing. I'm like KB. You went all the way to Oklahoma just to kick a field goal. My goodness gracious, you could have went home after that. All right. So I'm wondering, guys, is it Kevin DeBoer? We all remember that Nick Saban first got here. I think he had a 7-4 record in his first year. Sorry about that. Get on the camera, stupid. Lack of effort. Is that what you think it was? Was a lack of effort? Was it on the defensive side, both sides, or what was going on? I seen a lot of comments last night saying that running the ball wasn't working. I seen some stuff that was saying quarterback play with Milroe, and you guys know just as well as I do the capabilities of Milroe, but he ain't gonna be able to run around a whole defensive team like that. You know what I'm saying? They had schemed him out. He threw 2 interceptions, missing blocks. Lord, the whole damn team. Hang on a second before I get my little butt in trouble here. There we go. There we go. Now I can say what I want to. Yeah, the whole damn team, just coaches and players. Guys, what do we do? We are all proud of our Alabama football team. I am. I'm always going to be that way. I'm born, raised, lived Alabama football. Seen all the great players in all the years. This is hard for me to take too. It's very hard. I just don't get it. So where do we go from here? You can work. You don't have to worry about the SEC game no more. Yeah, that's gone. You know it just as well as I do. Looks like it may be Texas and Georgia for all I know. But Alabama's not going, not with an 8-3 record. You got to remember, Oklahoma is in the SEC now, so that's another knock on us. I just don't get it, guys. How can we look so good in the last 2 games or 3 games, and that's it? We go up there to a team that I get it. It's Oklahoma's house. I understand that, but still, 24-3. Come on, and it sounds like they might could have scored some more. One-dimensional offense. Yeah. Now, let me ask you something, guys, because I'm serious. I got sick. When I say sick, I was sick, tired of watching them do what they were doing. Was it because of the lack of running the football? Was it the scheme itself? I mean, I really liked the way that Alabama was running with a running back in front, you throwing an extra block for Milroe to break free. That was working pretty good. But they knew that. They schemed that dude. You really think so? I'm looking at Jeff Stapleton. I can post comments, I think. Let's see here. Nope, I can't even do that this morning. Oh, good grief. So we won't do that. Milroe couldn't read a Waffle House menu last night, much less defense. Winning disguised it. K had it now. The play calling sucks. The O-line sucks. The running back should. That Van wants to wipe out the whole dadgum team. I mean, let me put it this way. Let's see if that'll work. There we go. There we go, guys. See, I can't get nothing on here. My thing is goofing up. The defense was softer than, and I don't get that. Our defense was so dadgum good these last 3 games. What happened? I just don't get it. Let's see. Yes, I can too, Steven. I can take a hard fought loss, but they made us ass quit. They sure did. I thought it would be close, but I say all right. I like this, Gabe. Why wasn't there no adjustment defenses? Bama's got the talent. Daggum right. We got some players out there, especially Mr. Campbell. Don't tell me he wasn't out there trying to play football. And there's several others. So I don't get it. Should we have to? Do you think we need to get rid of Womack? I want you guys' honest opinion. I mean, I know we're looking at cleaning house here because we're pissed off about what happened. But I'm like Gabe right there. I mean, he's not he's a dog fan, Georgia fan, and he sees it. He sees it wide open. We didn't run the ball again when we needed, and losing Overton and Lawson killed our defense. 3 linemen is crazy when they're running down our. I get that too. No, I want your opinion, Bob. This is what this is for. Get it out of your system. And a lot of people may be coming on later. That's fine with me talking about this, but I want to know your guys' opinions. I'm serious. I was pissed. I didn't watch it. Might have watched some of the third quarter, a little bit, but once I seen what was going on, no, I got better things to do. I didn't want to get hurt. You know how it goes. Let's put it this way. I'm glad I wasn't young because the woods would be lacking a few animals. I'll tell you that. I used to do that. You can't have 3 down linemen on offense. That just runs the ball, especially the quarterback. That's true. That is. So what should they have done, guys? Your opinion. You guys know football. What should they have done? Oh, wait. I'm sorry about I know AT was wanting on here, and I don't know why he's not. Like I said, you guys are welcome to come on. I don't know if you're able to or not. Let me see here what's going on. That's right, AT. I'm just messing around, bud, but trying to do what you can do. But anyways, all right. So I wrote out some questions, guys. UGA Chris Sam. Hey, bud, how you doing this morning? On defense, do you think we will bounce back and beat Auburn? Okay, Jeff Roy, you just opened up a can of worms. Auburn beat Texas A&M last night. Can you believe that? All right, let's see here. All right, I think he made it. So let me bring this gentleman off.
Hey, big dumbass. Good morning, afternoon. How you doing, guys?
Man, take that crap off your
Hang
screen.
on, man. I got my speaker. I got my speaker speak.
Hated the schemes. Well, why are you going there? Uh, I don't know what's going on over here with
Hang
my
on.
chat room. Lack of coaching.
Let's see.
Uh, I ain't fan of none of the. I lost my thing on.
If you can hear me, I'm having internet issues
Yeah, you're having a picture issues too. I'm
every
fixing to take it
time,
off my camera and
man.
leave you on voice.
Hang on.
Get him off of there, brother. I don't want to sit here and talk to Walmack. All right. Uh, yeah, I did too, Jeff, and that's the reason I couldn't watch it. See, this is the thing. No effort. I can't take that. I'm the same way. Why am I going to sit there and watch a football game and you're not putting forth your effort? You're letting this team gas you all over the place. A freshman running back was tearing you up last night. I don't. I get it. We get freshmen too that we think are all stars, and they are, but theirs just showed out on us. Uh, yeah, how much this talent that you have and play like it's your first time ever.
You know it.
Uh, all right, well, I'm gonna take you off till you get that thing off, okay? There. I can't stand that picture, guys. Sorry. I was sitting there yesterday mad at UGA defense, and I never thought we would be going to Atlanta. Crazy season. Guys, this is what y'all wanted. Uh, they want parity, but you got it now. This NIL's got everything screwed up. Uh, yeah, and I get that. Nick Saban Jr., I said Auburn is up and coming team, and I understand why. Yep, I do too. Texas A&M, granted, ain't the best team in the SEC, but Vegas called that one right. It was a 2-point deal. You know, do you really think Auburn's going to come into our field and beat us? Now it's a hard question because now you have to wonder. Bama's 1-3 on the road. That's right. We're not good on the road. Period. Don't seem like. I really believe Bama will be ready for Auburn. I think so, guys. I thought we was going to beat Oklahoma big time. I thought probably by 17 points. They were not there. Oklahoma was just so. I don't know. They were. I told you guys, you can't count Oklahoma out. I think they basically was saving up for this game all year long, studying it. Uh, yep, wanted ATM about going to Auburn on game day. Yes, sir. Uh, now I'm worried. I believe it or not, I am worried that if we can actually beat Auburn at our home field, yeah, I don't know how to go with that. It doesn't want to come out of my mouth that we stand a chance to lose to Auburn, but we do. I mean, that's how bad this has gotten. So, get that off there, 18. I'll bring you back on, brother. So, yep. Texas and UGA is in the SEC. UGA, do me a favor. If you're going to go to the SEC, show up. Don't wait till the third or fourth quarter. All right. Show them that you can play some football. You know, I'm not like that. I'm Alabama all the way, but I'm also SEC. Uh, right now, I really don't care much for Texas. I'd rather see UGA come up and pull it off. I really would. I really would like to see that. Yeah, college football as that we grew up is over. It's hard to build a team with mercenaries. Not a truer statement could be said right there. As crazy as things are now, I still love the sport. We do too. We still love college football. I don't watch pros, but it seems like that's the way they want to go. But this, I'm gonna tell you, is what the college football is all about. Where they're still amateurs. I know they're getting paid, but they're still amateurs. They got a lot of growing up to do. Yeah, if we play like we did last night, yeah, it's. I'm gonna tell you something too, Chris M. I'm still an Alabama fan. I love Alabama. Will always will. I'll go down with the ship. There's no doubt about it. I'm too old. I like football. Period, and enjoy good play. That's kind of why I'm hoping Georgia will come up and really. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care much for Carson Beck. I think he's uh how am I going to call it? I think he's thinks more of himself and than the team. I really do think so. I would really like to see another quarterback do just well. Hey, two-time, good to see you, man. It is really good to see you. I'm over it. If they didn't care enough to want to play hard last night, what? Bingo. That's what I was getting at. If they can't show up and play, a hard loss is one thing, but if you don't show up to play, it's hard for me to pull for you. It really is. And I'll just be honest with you. If they show this kind of effort in the Auburn game, I won't watch it either. Can't do it. Not if you don't play football. Texas showed their true quarters in third quarter by throwing trash on the field. All right, guys, fans, what's wrong with you? Come on, I'm pissed off. There's a lot of pissed off people on this channel this morning. We're not going to do that. I don't think. And if I catch somebody throw something, go tell them, go down in that field and pick it up your own damn self. Foot with that stuff. Yeah, it was not Bama. It was not Bama. Clearly ain't it. Where's the standard at, guys? Where are their pride? We're proud of them. So we're always proud of Alabama. When the next Bigfoot show? It's going to be on tonight. Okay. It's going to be on tonight. It's going to be a good one. I don't mean to do this, but I've got a guy on. He's been on before. He's really been a good guest. He's got some video that I want to show of a what I consider a real one. So, guys, if you want to tune into the Bigfoot show tonight, it'll be 8:00, 7:00 Central. But yeah, that's probably going to be my relief for this weekend, Van. Something that I can count on. I can't count on Alabama to do what they need to do. So, anyways, all right. So, I'm going to ask you guys something. How do we recover from this? Again, there you go, Chris. Why didn't Nick Sheridan run the ball this year? I say they didn't run them enough. They haven't really built up. They were getting there, but they went back to just throwing the ball from what I understand last night. I'm serious. I didn't watch the game. I watched maybe the first quarter, some, and I come back in second quarter, same thing was still going on. Guys, I got my wife into Alabama football. She's bitten. Yeah, I mean, she is diehard Alabama fan now. And all I had to do was just sit in here and listen to her. I knew what was going on. I saw where Bama has gotten 450,000, I believe, because 3 teams have rushed the field. Can you blame them? We're supposed to be top notch, top of the college football world. And we can understand that this is the first year of Kevin DeBoer. We can understand that. We can understand some losses. But it's how you lose that matters to us, No adjustments. No adjustments. All right. So how are we going to recover, guys? Are we going to get some kind of analyst to come in here and save our butts? Is Kevin Womack's daddy going to have to get back on the field again? What's going to happen to the OC? Nick Sheridan. Is he the problem? I don't know. Michelle Cochran. Hey, good morning to you. And George Lambert. Good morning, bud. I hope y'all are like me. We've had enough of this. You played 2 or 3 good games. Show us some promising effort. And next thing you know, you just fall flat on your face. This is sickening. This is so sickening. All right. So I don't know if we should clean house. How long do you guys want to give DeBoer? You want to give him 2 years in a league that's so hard now? It's coach's fault. I'm gonna tell you like this: if Bear Bryant was coaching, he'd tell you that. He'd tell you it's the coach's fault. He did not have this team ready. They did not. So, how long are you gonna give DeBoer? Is what I want to know from you guys. Bumper pull. That's funny. And that so-called defense. So what do we do, guys? Do we clean house? Do we pull a Brian Kelly and get rid of all the defensive coaches and then offensive coaches? What do we do from here? Welcome to the SEC, Kevin DeBoer. This is part of it. This is not up there in the north, up here in the north, I should say. Okay, guys, I want to know from your honest opinions, how far do we fall in the rankings, SEC and the national? We were ranked number 7. So how far do we fall down? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I'm glad we won't be going to the SEC. Uh, I don't want another embarrassing loss. Not this year. My heart can only take so much. Um, who is it? I don't see somebody else. Come on. AT, you still got to get that picture off there. Get rid of Walmack. I'm sorry, bud. But I don't want to have to look at his face this morning. Sorry about that. Get him off there. If I was voting, I'll be waiting on Junior. Be glad to have you on. If I was voting out of the top 25, guys, do we really want to go that way? Do we want to be falling out and just play Auburn, go to some kind of bowl game, say, hey, wait till next year? Is that what we want to do? Will we? We're up there at number 7. They were planning on us to win this game. And if we go to the SEC and we lose, that we wouldn't drop too far out of the top 12. Everybody knows Alabama is a big draw. Okay. Even as Georgia, as good as they were or are now, they're still not as big of a draw as Alabama. When Alabama's playing well, it's all eyes on Alabama. What can they do? All right. I see that. Hang on a minute. All right. You need to scoot it over there.
Yeah,
AT.
I got it. I had it set up with Walmart and all that, and then give me a second.
How about you just get rid of the whole thing and just you be on the camera? Would you do that? Can you do that?
I'll play around with it.
All right. All right. Let's see. Lack of enthusiasm as the coaches will drop out of 15. All right. Can you expand yourself? Give DeBoer time because it was not his fault that he had less than 30 days to put a team and staff together when he just finished the college playoff when Nick retired. That's a hard thing to say right now. Hang on, let me get this. Hey, get it fixed for me, brother. Anyways, I happen to see that. I really do. I want to give DeBoer a good chance. Next season will determine. I really think so. Because we can't stand a big drop off like this again. I think it was in 2007 when Saban come in. He had 7-4, but we also knew what he come into. It is not like Kevin DeBoer walked into a team that didn't have no talent, that couldn't be coached. So is this really reflection of his coaching abilities? It's kind of what I'm wondering too. So y'all think we should drop out of the top 25, the top 15? Is that what we really want? Yeah, most of the team went in the portal after Nick retired. There was a few, but I don't think all of them were. I still think we still had plenty of talent to do some good things this year. When some players went down, we had people that would step in. And actually, when Sab got hurt and Hubbard come on, it made for a better defense. So we've got talent there. All right. I want to know who needs to go. Who needs to go? That's what I need to know. Who needs to get out of here? All right, let me see if AT come back on. AT, you need to really quit playing with that camera and just come on here with just you. But anyways, all right, I'm going to leave you on here, AT. I want to know your opinions because I know you're pissed. And I really want to know what you think about all this. Is Freddie Roach the problem? Or SEC really looked bad last night? I guess you're talking about Freddie Roach. Ain't he the offensive line coach? The same players that did not do anything last year. I can't argue with you, Michelle. I really can't. But you would think they would step up. AT, talk to me, babe.
I don't know if you have me on or not. Hang on, man. Yeah, let me get,
All right, most of the team will transfer after this disaster. That's what I'm afraid of. What about our recruiting? Yeah, Milrow and Williams can't be all that we have. Uh, Michelle, I happen to agree with her. Sheridan and Walmack need to go. If anything, Walmack needs to go. This defense is not working out. I don't know what's going on with him, but Alabama's always been known for defense, and it's a standard to us. That's one reason I'm pulling for. No offense to Texas at all as far as their fans go, but I'm pulling for Georgia because at least they have some kind of semblance of a defense.
how's that? That better for you?
Yeah, that's better for me. You just quit playing with it. Come here and
Guys,
talk some
listen,
football.
I apologize to Mr. Icebox. He's had all kind of issues with me because of my camera. It's my fault, guys. But anyway, the game. I'm gonna tell you straight up from the top, from the jump, from the first game to this game. Womack has not made any adjustments. He cannot do it. I mean, if we start out in the game and we're doing good, we're gonna be good for the game. But if we start out in the game we're doing bad, then we're gonna be doing bad. He cannot make an in-game adjustment for his effing life. You had me up there, I would have said the big word. If you can't make adjustments, then you should not be a defensive coordinator at a school like Alabama. You've got to make adjustments. And here's my whole thing. That's it. The players, the 8, 17, 18-year-old, 19-year-old kids, I understand that they're not playing as good as they could, but that's partly the coach's fault. And to me, one, it's got to go. There ain't no more. I'm done with him. You didn't want that up there. I said, coach fired him and all that. I hope they do fire him. Listen, I don't care. You can be. I'm not talking about you, Icebox, but y'all can be as mad as you want. But I want Jeremy Pruitt back. I don't give a damn. I don't care who else is out there. Go out there and say he's been gone long enough. Pay the price. Pay the money. Get Pruitt back on there, get our defensive line back to dominate, get our linebackers back to throwing the ball, get everybody flying up and knocking people's heads off and snot bubbles that big in their nose. And by God, have some damn pride about yourself. Don't sit on the sideline like this. Have some pride about yourself. Show up, show out, and knock out. I mean, I'm so damn mad. I talked to Van. Van called me last night. Me and him talked for about 30 minutes, Van. And we absolutely were going off a deep end because 24-3, and the first half, the first 5 times they had the ball, Icebox, we didn't stop them except for a turnover and a missed field goal. They come all the way down the field every time, doing what? Doing the same thing that Vanderbilt done, running the ball. Okay, and if I'm a defensive coordinator and you're telling me I'm looking over here and I see their top 8 wide receivers. Did you see that? Their top 8 wide receivers missed the game. What are they going to do? What are they going to do with the daggum ball? They're going to run the son of a bitch. They're not going to throw it. Why was you not putting 8 men in the box? Daring this guy who couldn't throw the ball against Tennessee, put 8 men in the box, go get him. Why were you not putting pressure on him? Why did you not make an in-game adjustment when you realized he can't throw the damn ball? You didn't do it. You've never have done it. I want you gone. I want you fired. I want you out of Alabama. Don't fucking come back. I'm sorry, Box.
No, it's okay. That's what we're here for.
Guys, football is meant to be played with emotion. This ain't tennis. This ain't racquetball. This ain't water polo and all that. This is football where you try to hit a man so damn hard you put him on the ground for the rest of the game. I don't know kid being hurt for the rest of the year, but I don't want to hit you so hard you don't come back in the game. And if you do, you're going to look at number 77 or number 47, according to which, if I'm on tight end or defensive end, which I'm at, and go, I don't want that guy hitting me again. And next time you come across the middle, you're going to hear footsteps because I'm going to be there. When you come across my middle, that's my football field, and that's what we need. I know Downton Hudson got hurt, but we do not have that killer attitude where if you come across the field and they throw the ball to you, you better be looking for me because I'm going to dismember you. Your right arm is going to go that way, your left arm is going to go that way. I'm going to take you out. Go ahead.
All right. Sorry about that. Michelle Cochran's got a good point. And by the way, welcome, Junior. The bad thing is Oklahoma didn't have an OC. He was fired weeks ago. How pitiful can we be? How pitiful can we be? Van
Yeah.
says old school football still works, and we all know it. But me and Junior and you and other folks, I'm sure football is not the same as it grew up. We grew up with. Looked like it worked pretty good last night. How you doing, Junior?
I believe it's one of those things. People they try to get too fancy, and I say it all the time. I say with high school, I say with middle school, I say with pros, I say with college. You adding all these bells and whistles, but at the end of the day, football is still football.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, if you got a team that got five of the top wide receivers missing, and you see the only thing they can do is run the ball.
No. They had 8. They had 5, and then 2 didn't. They had,
I'm talking about their 5 top receivers.
Yeah.
Receivers. Like, so other guys are backup, so even 8 is even worse. All they're doing is running the ball with Jackson Dart. At that point, damn it, put 5 on the line. Damn it, sell out and put 5 on the line.
Junior. Last night, sorry, AT. Last night I'm sitting there watching, and from like the very first get-go, we only rushing like 3 people. Is that it? What happened to all that bull rushing that we were doing against LSU and everybody else? I mean, we didn't let them breathe. This game is like everybody fall back, you know. Nobody was hardly rushing, and this young quarterback was gashing everybody. The freshman was gashing everything, and they never adjusted off of that. Yeah, they run it a couple times, but
Caden Proctor, Pritchett, they getting their ass worked on the ends. They getting their ass worked on that offensive line. And I knew Oklahoma had a good defense, but damn, the way that was gonna work. Wide receivers last night, they're missing key blocks. One of those interceptions in the middle row through, it was because of he missed he not making a key block. Like, honestly, man, kids don't understand, and especially at this level, they don't even care. But when you go back to Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, Devontae Smith, them guys wanted to put hands on people when they weren't getting the ball. That's what help make that offense so effective, because they had blocking all around the field. Them guys were putting hands on people. These wide receivers today, they don't want to get physical. They don't want to bang with the big boys. They want the ball and be pretty and celebrate and dance all damn day.
I mean, I was at the MDK last night. I mean, I was ready to kill, murder, death. I'm down there tackling my TV 3 times. I'm sitting over and I agree with Icebox. It seemed like half of them was there, but they were like, like they'd all smoked a doobie before the game. And I'm telling you now, if I coached the boy, I'd go get some old Alabama players. I'd get Courtney Upshaw. I'd go get Roman Harper, or whoever played for Nick Saban, and them guys that had attitudes, and get them out there and during practice, say, here's what you practice, and show them, and get it up here, and show some pride. Show some MF, ever loving man. I'm so damn irritated. I apologize, but there's no excuse in SJ. There's no pride.
We always say go get these coaches, go get these former coaches. For one, if they don't want to do it, it's one of them things. But it's one of the things you can teach skill, you can teach technique, but you cannot teach effort. You can't teach heart. You can't teach the will to want.
Heart.
You can't teach that. And last night, I really just seen. Listen, I get it. It's football. The other teams, they playing to stop you just as well as you want to stop them. But if you got to have at some point, like, you got to get some nuts about yourself at some point. Drop your nuts and be like, look, I ain't finna keep getting beat on these blocks. I'm not finna keep missing these blocks. I'm not finna keep getting double teamed and not putting the effort in to fighting out the double team to fight for my gap. You got to want to do that yourself, man. Play calling is so suspect. Play calling is so suspect on offense. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, when you got a great defense that aggressive, let's start. Let's move around when you to the slide and let's slant them in the middle. I don't give a damn how small this young ass is. If you want to be out there, goddamn, you trying to man up, be man. Crubby Prentice. I mean, Kendra Laws. Let's run slants. You gotta shorten up these routes and stuff. You gotta do something to an aggressive. It's stuff you can do to an aggressive defense that you can goddamn go start getting your yards on. But Miro, man. Miro played a bad game last night, and
Well, can you blame all Milroe? Because look at what the receivers were doing.
no, don't I say
Dropping the
that
ball.
was a line. Wide receivers like an effort, but he still played a bad game. They still don't. No, I don't blame all him, but he still had bad plays where he made bad reads and stuff. And I love Miro. I like Miro. But it's time. It's time to move. I can't wait to Kenyon Russell get on campus. I'm not saying he's gonna be a starter next year, but I said in the beginning that Coach Kellen DeBoer, they cannot run all the Miro cannot run all the passing concepts that they would like to run. When we heard Coach Kellen DeBoer, we automatically thought Miro was going to be Michael Penix. Michael Penix had a long time with Coach Kellen DeBoer, and Miro, he's not that guy. He's not that guy. He's just not that guy. Like, you got to figure it out. I know they're trying to do their best of ability, but you still got to make it easier for them on play calling as well. Okay, they coming hot. We can't run you, but we got to get these dudes. We got to get the ball out your hand quick. Slants. You got to do something to get the ball out of his hand quick. You damn near got to read it for him.
Yeah. Here's the thing also, guys. You know, you're sitting there on offense, and the defense did the same thing, but on offense, you see what they're doing to you, and you see what they're doing. You already been up there. Nick Sheridan, what was he last year? He wasn't the play caller for Washington.
He was a tight end
coach. And can he call the plays? I don't know. Here's the thing. They're lining up, they're stopping your run because what they did, they watched what Vanderbilt did, and they did exactly what Vanderbilt did. They ran the same plays that Vanderbilt did, played the same style of defense that Vanderbilt did to stop our quarterbacks and run the ball. Okay, we've seen that. Here's why, as offensive coordinator, I look down there and I see they got 8 men in the box. I'm going to go, okay, guys, we're either going to go, if we're going to run the ball, we're going we're going to go 13 formation if we're going to run it, and if we're going to throw it, we're going 5 wide. Get them spread out there like Tennessee does. Get them guys out of the middle of the field. Then you got the most powerful running back if he needs to. You got your quarterback, Jalen Miller, can take off running out of the 5 wide or line up 13, which is 3 tight ends, and run right out. Man, I think we could have done either one of them, but we did. We stayed with the 5 linemen and an occasional tight ends. On defense, we stayed that 3-3 stack bullshit and did not make any changes, any adjustments on either side of the damn ball. I mean, if you're offensive coordinator, look up and see, put them 5 wide, get them out wide, and then Jalen can run the ball. Go ahead.
Guys got to catch the ball when it's thrown to him as well. Tight ends dropping balls.
Yeah,
I ain't never seen Ryan Williams miss so many balls last night. He dropped plenty of balls. Like, there's stuff we got to do. That's on you. That you as a man, that as a football player, that you got to take accountability of too.
Well, the best catch I seen him make was out of bounds.
Bernard made a hell of a catch too. One.
All right. Well,
go ahead.
Y'all can talk all you want to about the team. It's fine with me. But I still got questions. And I'd like to hear y'all's opinion. What happens now in the SEC? What happens in the college football playoff picture for us?
We're out.
How far do we drop?
13 or 14 at least.
You think 13 or 14?
At least we should drop at least that damn far. I'm sorry. I got the. We're going to drop at least 13 or 14 because of how bad we looked on the field. I mean, Oklahoma guys is 5-6, 6-5. They shouldn't have been within 30 points of us. And we look up, we're down 24-3. Now, granted, one of them was a pick 6 because of Bernard, whoever the receiver was, did not block that defensive guy that intercepted the ball. If he'd have blocked him, Ryan, was they throwing that pick 6? They're going to Ryan Williams, guys. Y'all remember who they're throwing that to? That on the sideline when they done that pick 6, the 3 wide to the right.
I haven't even. I can't remember.
It's a throw to the sideline, and the wide receiver missed the block, and the guy come clean, intercepted to the pick 6. You take that pick 6 away, which that's part of the game. It's 17-3. Okay, at 17-3, then you turn around. That's just one play. I mean, they made the play. That's part of the game. Then you take that bullshit, ever loving, Lord, please keep me from using your name in vain, mother play where they threw a flag on us for being covered up. He was not covered up. It was a touchdown. Like you said, that catch, they showed the replay, and Kurt didn't know what to do. He said, watch the replay. And the guy on the line of scrimmage, the line judge, waits until he catches the ball in the end zone to throw the flag. If he's covered right there and goes downfield, he should have thrown the flag as soon as the play starts, and he didn't. He waited till he caught the ball in the end zone for a touchdown, and then he throws a damn flag. And I'm telling you, if I'm in NCAA, I'm firing him. He's going back to high school. He'll never call another Alabama game or a college game. You know I'm playing. You remember the play I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that was a touchdown, and even the official said he don't understand why they made that call. When it's that blatant of a call, that should be reviewable. That should be reviewable. And I mean, that's just one play, I understand. But now it's 17-10 because of two plays. Two plays makes it 17-10. We're in the ball game. That's the only difference, and that's how bad we played, and we still could have been, should have been, would have been, whatever. We didn't. We got beat 24-3. We're going to fall. But then two plays was within our control. One of them, we should have made the block, and that ball would have been intercepted. We did not. They did. And that touchdown, what did you think about that touchdown, NSJ? I mean, was it a touchdown?
Which one?
The one we scored where they threw that flag saying he was covered up, and he was not covered up. They showed the guy was off the ball. That was a legal play. That was a legal touchdown when they threw to Ryan Williams. You remember?
Yeah, I thought it was stupid, but I don't even think that kids would have won us a game still. So,
Hey, Gabe, look at Bama is still in playoff. Too big of a brand to leave out, guys. I'm gonna tell you what. I don't know that I want to put that. You know, when I do something with pride. If I'm gonna sell you something, I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with it or what's not wrong with it, and I'm gonna be proud that you know what product I'm putting out there. I don't want people to see this type of Bama football. I really don't. You know, rise up. And Steven, you know, like who wants to see that shit show we put on the field last night in the playoffs? Not me. I don't either. I really don't want to see this. You know, I just said as we go to the house and wait next year.
And to me, that's the coach's fault. And I mean, y'all can disagree all you want. That is a coach's fault for not making adjustments in the game, and you got to change. And Icebox, let me ask you:
Sure.
If you're sitting there and you're watching what they're doing, and what would you do on offense different, and what would you have done on defense different? Because I mean, they didn't have a wide receiver. Would you worry about the pass, or would you load up the box and say, "I'm going to dare you to throw the guys that you ain't had on the field"? What would you do on defense?
Defense, I would rust all night long because I mean. From what I seen, and that's what made me so aggravated, was I seen 3 rushers, sometimes 4. Sometimes they loaded up the box, but there was sometimes they were gashing that defensive line like they wasn't even there. They was just, you know, obstacles in the football field. They wasn't trying to tackle. There was mistackling going on, and people were just being pushed around. And I'm gonna tell you something, guys. I just sat there and watched something before I come on the show, and I'm watching the players lead the field. We got players like number 75, number 56, giants, big people, you know. How are these guys getting pushed around so much on the defensive side? Now, where they playing, I don't know, you know. But just from the players that I've seen, we were just being manhandled. Like we were little kids, a high school team playing a college game. That's what it looked like.
I don't get it. We were like Georgia did against Ole Miss a couple weeks ago when Ole Miss defensive line was just running through them. That's why we look like we had no intensity, we had no intention, we had no mean spirit. And I'm tell you, we have not been a road team. All 3 of our losses have been on the road, and the only road game we played worth a damn was LSU.
That was the only one.
Why is that bothering our team that much to that extent where they carry no intensity, no desire, no pride, no respect, no care about that uniform they're wearing? What's this represent to them? You know, Alabama, you're representing a whole bunch of people that love you and want you to win, and you go out there and you give me a half-ass effort and you're half-hearted, you know, that ain't me. I'm telling you now, if I was down there, they'd whoop my butt. Caden Proctor's so damn big, he'd whoop me, but I'd be in his face calling him everything I could think of to make him get intensity. I'd say, you'll be ashamed of yourself. You're not blocking the damn man in front of you. You're not got no intensity. If you don't care, take your ass back to Iowa and don't come back. I'm getting riled up more and more.
See, this is
Oh, shit.
this is why I come on. I want I want to know how you feel about it this morning. I really Roll Tide Riser. Of course, you know you're welcome. Come on if you want to.
Yeah.
We have no gusto, no moxie, no type of pride. Why?
Coaches.
Junior, why?
Coach is not Bo Davis. You bring Bo Davis back here. Bo Davis at Texas, right?
No, LSU.
Okay, bring Bo Davis back here. He'll get in that ass. You got to get in these 17, 18-year-old kids. You've got to, I mean, the intensity, where is it at? Okay, it's got to be the coaches. The coaches are not driving them. They're not pushing them. They're not making them or make them mad. My coach used to make me mad during practice, and then he'd say, "Don't touch the quarterback." And he said he'd get me mad because he knew if I come next play, I'm going to kill the quarterback. I mean, he makes you mad. You got to have intensity, and it was not there. And I mean, Jalen Murrow, just see his eyes last night. He's like, he wasn't sure what was going on.
All right,
He
Junior.
was in the
Hey,
game.
Junior, I really want to know your full assessment. Offense, defense, I really don't care. Give me a minute to do, what I need to do. Give me a minute, but I was sitting here to listen, but I want your assessment of anything you want to talk about, whether it be offense, defense, middle road, running backs, quarterback. I don't care. Coaches, have at it, brother, and I'll be right back, okay?
Oh, I can make this a 3-second thing, but I understand what you got to do.
Okay.
No, give it some fire now, Junior. You show me some fire, brother. Come on.
Hey, I'm like them. I ain't got no fire. We suck. That's it. We suck.
Don't smile. Don't you smile at me.
we gotta get better. Like honestly,
get mean.
When the first drive went down, okay. I seen them when our defense came out and made a turnover. I said, okay, I feel like this is gonna be more defense thing. The defense could do so much for so long.
Right.
We ain't got no offense responding to that crap. That shit really gets harder on the defense. Then we end up dumping on the defense real bad like we are now. And yes, it's their job to stop them. It is their job to stop them. But God damn it, help me. Help me, offense, please. Because they held them to under a certain amount for so long. Gave them 3. You know what I'm saying? They missed a field goal. We got a turnover. They missed a field goal. So we didn't take advantage of it. Miro has to get better. He has to get better.
The first half, as bad as we played, we were down 10-3. All right, then we throw a pick 6, and then we they scored. We give them a short field and they make it 24-3. But I'm serious, guys. Think about this. Like I said a while ago, and this is part of the game. What if we coulda, woulda, shoulda, and all this? I get all that, but here's the thing you got to remember: the pick 6 happened because the wide receiver did not block that guy. That guy come through. Why? What happened? Why did he miss that block? Did he not know he was supposed to block this guy? Did he not realize he's an Oklahoma player? Why did he not block that guy? Okay, he didn't. The pick 6. Okay, so now instead of 24, if he blocks that guy at 17. And then, of course, like I said, Ryan Williams caught that pass. It was a touchdown. It was legal. The review, if you watched it, did you hear the actual live time what he said in there about the catch? That guy that's always off screen that's an official, and he asked him what he thought about it. He said that's a legal play. That should not have been called. Okay, so that makes it, a 1-score game. Instead of 24-3, we're 17-10 at worst. We're 17-10. Now we got a ball game. Now everything changes. So 2 plays, and I mean that's sometimes all it is. The pick 6 and the touchdown. If we get that and they don't get that, it's 17-10. What do you think now, Jay? Junior, what do you think now? At that point in time, if it's 17-10 in the fourth quarter, what are you thinking?
Man, it's hard for me to muscle up all that thinking of a what if. I really ain't got nothing.
Well, I mean, it's just 2 plays. I mean, but it's still.
Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying.
Blatant plays. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I understand what you're saying. It's just it'd be hard for me to think off of what if.
Well, I mean, it's a touchdown, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm telling you, if I'm a coach, I'm going to get kicked out of the game. If I'm Kevin DeBoer, I'm getting kicked out. I'm going to go hit. damn official. I'm gonna knock that official.
Hey, that's what I told my son. I told my son last night when he was fussing the fight. I said, "How in the world is killing the boy don't how he's not punching him? Because I will punch him. I know I would. That's why coach. How these coaches don't hit these refs at time, I don't know.
I'm telling you, man, that's what I'm saying. You know, here's the thing. Let me ask you this: you play football. Does a team take on the characteristics of the coach? Do you think how much do they take?
A lot. That matters. Oh, that matters a lot.
Okay, so where was the intensity? I mean, Kalen got mad about that one play. What does Kalen need to do to get these guys playing with intensity, with their hair on fire, with a little pride, and show they got a pair of cojones between their legs, that they got enough that they want to represent their team, and they'll take care of their quarterback? I mean, what? How do you get intensity? How do you get them?
And see, I can't answer that for these guys now because it's so different. They different from what we were.
Yeah,
y'all are different from what we were. We're different from what these guys were. Like it was in us to get mad.
Yeah,
come back and respond. But these kids different. They don't have that. Oh, I'm mad and I'm about to respond in a certain type of way. They don't have that about them. They really don't.
You know, until I had my growth spurt, I told Icebox about this. I was always the smallest one in the group. I was like 5'2", 75 pounds. And everybody want to pick on me because I was small. And I mean, listen, you might whoop my butt. You might kick my tail, but I'm going to be right up in your face. And I'm going to be giving you everything I got. I'm going to be hitting you with everything I can. I'm going to do everything I can to get you just because of that mentality. You're not going to beat me. If you beat me, I stood up to you and I've done what I was supposed to do. But that's pride and intensity, and that's effort, and that's caring, that wants to win, that wants to be on there, that wants to be the best. And you ain't got no intensity about you. That's the coach's fault. And like I said, that's the way I was. You know, and so you ought to be able to want to, but they don't. And that, to me, that's why I say I want Womack gone. I don't think Nick Sheridan's ready to be a play caller. He was a tight end coach last year. We probably need a new offensive coordinator. And I know, Alabama Tide, it's the first year. We got all these new words, these new formations, these new. Well, I get all that.
AT, come on, settle down a little bit. Good grief, you get wound up, brother. Hey, good morning, Ken Shavers. Glad to have you on here. If don't matter, we didn't. That's the point. The whole deal, you know, there's no ifs to this game. If we did this, if we did that, what we did is sucked. Period. You know, this was not an Alabama football team out there. You can talk about intensity. I think it's all going down to the coaches. You've got to get these teams, these new kids. You know, if they get mad, they want to go play a video game. Forget about it. You know, they don't want to go back there and start working hard and try to get better and watching film and stuff like that. You know, I get it. You know, it's a new age of kids nowadays, but it is still Alabama football team. Okay, we can't go off of ifs, just like Junior was saying. But I'm gonna put it to you like this, Junior. When I seen that we couldn't move the football, receivers dropping the ball. It looked like Jam Miller was trying to do what he could do, but I didn't even see anything from Justice Haynes or any of the other quarter. Or should we look? I love Milroe. I really do. When he's playing great, he is awesome. Okay. But his loyalty and with Kevin DeBoer and the Alabama football team, would you have taken him out in midways of the third quarter? Yeah.
Oh, yes. The reason why I would have did it because now you need a shift. You need an energy shift. You see, can somebody else spark this offense moving forward for the rest of this game? Yes.
How far down the list do you think this quarterback? And I understand he was recruited by everybody, you know, for Oklahoma. What we've seen what Austin Mack could do. We know Tyler Simpson is in the running of whatever. Would you not at least put Tyler or any one of the other ones? Or if you ask me, and this is my personal opinion, I would have said put Ty Simpson in there, see what he can spark. If he can't, put Austin Mack in there, and see what he can do. At least he knows the offense. He's been there with the board. I felt like he would have been better, and he might have given a spark,
And I'm gonna tell you too, honestly, in my opinion, I would have did this just to see. But honestly, I don't think no quarterback last night would have been much of a difference because of the lack of effort in the other positions as well.
Well, I get that, but I kind of disagree just a little bit,
Like that's just my honest opinion. The wide receivers were still dropping balls. Wide receivers were still not blocking for key plays. The prevent interceptions. The linemen were still getting their ass worked. So that still would have been a quarterback nightmare. I would have tried Ty Simpson. I would still put somebody else in there just to see. But honestly, the lack of effort all around the board last night was like, I don't think we would have had an answer for it last night.
Yeah, but if you got, I'm gonna say Austin Mack because I'm not really sold on Ty Simpson yet. Okay, I would say Austin Mack knows this offense just like anybody else. And I really felt like if he had made a couple passes, good passes of 10, 20 yards or something, that would spark these other players. Okay, we got a quarterback that's doing better. It's not that he's better than Milroe, but he is what we needed because they schemed all week long for Milroe. They watched the film on him. They was ready. Okay, you got to throw something that they're not ready for. I mean, I hate to sound like a that movie somewhere, but you got to do something. This is not working. 24-3.
I want to go there. 3 points is crazy. 3 points, just 3 points by Alabama is crazy.
Yes.
But Ross said Saban made quarterback change in the middle of the championship game. Can't do anything but try. And during that game, it was really Miro. It wasn't the wide receivers. It wasn't the linemen when he did that. It was just not Miro. It was Hurts. It was just Hurts not performing. So last night it was linemen not performing well. Jada Roberts didn't have the best game again. Like it was so many moving pieces to that. Wide receivers, tight ends dropping passes. Ryan Williams, he looked good, but when you look at other plays, he looked uncharacteristic with drops. So it was like, with that being said, it was Hurts that game, and Tua tried to go all over. Still had the guys out there open, ready to catch balls when he came in. So it's like I would have tried it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I wouldn't have tried it, but last night the whole effort from all around the team last night, I don't know. I do think somebody would have gave some better reads. I believe we would probably got some better reads out of one of the other quarterbacks. I do because Miro did miss reads like that. He did miss reads last night.
Yeah, Junior too. Nice to have you, but it's like a Kansas City holding the team back. Won't be surprised if a bunch of players offensive transfer after the next week. Don't be shocked. I'm not going to doubt it. I'm not going to doubt it. I'm sitting here seeing Dexter Wright. Good morning to you. I want to see Lonergan, but I don't blame Milroe like y'all. Everyone failed. We have a ref problem since Nick Saban. I'm not going to blame it on the refs. I'm not.
I'm going to blame that one call on refs. That was a touchdown. That's just one play, but that was a touchdown. And then we missed that one play. And one play here, one play there is 14-point different game. 2 plays, pick 6.
I don't care. I don't care. They didn't call it a touchdown. If Alabama's offense had been clicking and on point, they would have scored anyways that close. That should not have been a field goal. Just to be honest with you. Let them leave. Look, guys. Good morning to you, Dexter. I don't know what we do from here. I really don't. I am really worried about Auburn coming in here. Row 2. It's tied, brother. Yeah, that's what KB said. We went all the way to Norman to kick a field goal. That's it.
A measly old field goal.
That's fucking touchdown that got called back for no goddamn reason.
Sorry. I'm
Ain't
sorry.
nothing to do with sorry. Yeah, that's a pathetic call. That referee should be part of the game, and I understand it, guys. It's different. I'm sorry, but I hold a grudge. And this is intensity. I've been if I'd coached on that sideline, I'd have had them Alabama players so damn mad at me. They go out there and kill Oklahoma. You
Hey,
got to respond, guys. You cannot lay down for 4 quarters and go, okay, Milrow make a play, Superman ball like Bryce a couple years ago, running around for 30 minutes and he throws the ball down there. Superman has got to go away. We got to have a lot of Batmans, a lot of players that care, that got an identity, that give a flip and flam about wanting to play well. You know, Caden Proctor, Hayden, you've got to lose 30 pounds. If you've ever done it, see this, you've got to lose weight, you fat ass. You can't move. I saw you try to pull one time, and you ran into the guard when you was pulling, and Milrow got hit in the backfield. If you'd have got there and blocked it, Milrow's gone. You couldn't get there because you weighed too damn much. Lose
you
the
know what?
damn weight. Get some pride about yourself. Care about something.
all right, yeah. ATA ready to go, Roll Tide. Linda P, good morning.
I ain't
Sweetheart,
got it.
I put up the link. If you want to come on and give us your opinion, you're more than welcome to, hon. I'll put it back up there again. It's rolling out.
And that's what I want to bring up too. Dexter just said that the O-line was worse than the Jalen. And that's what I'm saying. Like, even when that game when Tua Tagovailoa came in, it wasn't an offensive line problem. It wasn't a wide receiver problem. It wasn't a running back problem. It was just a Hurts problem. It was just a Hurts problem last night. And when your offensive line get whooped like that, damn all them blocking schemes that you're trying to do to get there and do this and do that, you just got to block straight up at that point. Because them boys were whooping on that defensive line. They were whooping the offensive line, and you ain't got time. When they're moving that fast on the D-line, offensive linemen ain't got time to be trying to do little pulls and stuff like that. Because them dudes, you move them from the spot, they get in there fast as hell.
Do you think that we should have ran the ball more last night?
Don't pull.
I always say this, man. To me, every run play is not going to bust for 5, 10, 5, 6 yards.
I know.
You constantly start pounding it because even though with the yardage and the stats, you cannot tell, but it's moments where you see positive in the run game if you just keep at it. That's what we used to do in the past. We used to keep at it, but I understand this ain't the past, but when you got
no, wait just a minute though. If I remember correctly, what parts of the game I did see, the running back was just tearing us up. The quarterback was gashing us. In their plays of passing, hell, they might have been for like 10 yards or whatever. Not very long passing game. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't, bombing it out. You know what I'm saying?
It was enough because they was consistently running the ball.
All right, let me see. All right, hang on a second.
We did not hit when we would come up to tackle a guy. We did not tackle a guy. I mean, one time Damani Jackson come clean and missed this quarterback. He just missed him. He didn't come in there with power and authority and form up and hit him. And the quarterback got around and it was like 3rd and 11. He picked up a first down. And we when we hit them, we didn't hit them hard. We just reached and grabbed, and they just kept running the damn ball. And
All right, Dexter Wright says this is a fact. When Jalen starts out with short passes, the offense dominates. Sheridan play calling was terrible.
Yeah.
Do y'all agree?
And that's what I was saying. When you got an aggressive defense like that, you got to start shorting them routes out. You got to short them out. You got to get some slants in so you can get the ball out of his hand fast. And when you do that, he did it with that. I think it was LSU. I forgot what game he was hitting short routes, but he did short routes and he was doing good. Everything, you can't go for the juggler every play, man. Especially when a defense is that aggressive. You got to shorten it out for him. Damn near, like I said, you damn near got to read it for him.
Play design. You know,
man, come back.
Why not go 5 wide? Make them go 1-on-1 in the secondary. Now you got 5 wide, and then what are they going to do? They cannot come after Jalen. They can't spy Jalen. Somebody's going to be 1-on-1. Why not try? Try play design to do something different.
You know why they would, but you know why if we went why they would try it though? Because they don't trust Jalen Arm. They don't respect Jalen Arm. They will try it.
If you go 5 wide,
they will send them.
All right, Van, come back. We want to hear your opinion, Van. Yeah, roll tide, rise up. Those long developing plays just don't work. Those plays, the ones that you want to take long shots, those need to be developed into the game at certain points. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with you guys. The short passes, if you ain't gonna pound them on them with the running backs, then you need to start hitting some slants, some short passes. Get this ball moving. Get down there. You know, you got to wear that, like Ken Shiver says, you got to wear that D line out a little bit. Go ahead, guys.
Well, if your play design, if all you do is throw the ball to the sideline, to the sideline, to the sideline, guess what happens? They come up, they come up, they come up. Next thing you know, you got a pick 6 on the side because we're not threatening them downfield. If you look, both safeties were within 7 yards of the ball 85% of the time. They had 8 men in the box. You can't run in that play. They were waiting for him to run the ball. They never get outside their comfort zone with Nick Sheridan's play calling, and that's why I blame Nick Sheridan for not getting out and changing it up because they had his number. They had his number just like they had a defensive coordinator's number. We did not try anything different. We didn't make no adjustments, and that's the end of the story. I mean, that's their fault. That's your offensive defensive coordinator. If I was a head coach, don't get back on the plane. You stay your ass at Oklahoma, you're fired. You're unemployed. Walk back.
All right, who would you right now, if you had to replace Nick Sheridan and say, all right, you're not coaching in this Auburn game, who would you put in there?
Hey, me. I don't know.
Here's the thing. It don't matter if you do doing this. You're going to get the same effort because they're not being taught Monday through Friday. They're not being taught intensity or desire. You can't put it in them. And to me, I think Nick Sheridan, like I said, play design got us beat a lot of times. Go ahead.
Linda P., I don't care. I'm serious. We do not care. Get on here, gripe, fuss, whatever you want to do. Yeah. And I understand. Just spent $300 on new Bama gear for the playoffs. And this is what buddy, I would be pissed off too. Come on here, Linda. We'd love to have you. Sure would.
Come on in here, Miss Linda. I want to talk to you, please. Come in here. I want you come in here and I want you to look at Nick Saban Jr. and tell him to throw stuff and tell him to get mad. Quit smiling. I'm so bad.
Me throwing stuff and all that shit, I ain't gonna do shit for them on the field.
No, I understand that, but I mean, I know you're mad as I am. I want to see everybody blowing snot bubbles. I want everybody looking mad because I ain't kidding, guys. Oh man, I took a baseball bat to my tree outside. That's what I do when I'm mad like that. I go outside and I beat that tree with that baseball bat, and I wore out 4 baseball bats this year. Aluminum.
What would you think? Would you let DeBoer run the offense?
Oh, fuck yeah. Yes.
Anybody's better than what Sheridan called last night. You didn't try nothing different,
Hey, I want to ask Jeff Stapleton a question because he been saying this. Kelly and the boy is calling the offense. Did Kelly and the boy call the offense last night?
Did he?
Nick Sheridan did.
And if he was calling the offense before, why did he call it this game?
That's Nick Sheridan. I think he does like what Coach Saban does. He listens to it and lets the play go through unless he really objects. I think that's what he's doing. Nick Sheridan is not really a good play caller. Go ahead.
6-0 said what we witnessed all season is a mirage. And a circus team led by clowns named DeBoer and his sidekick Milroe. Screw the standard, screw the dynasty, play some effing basic fundamental football.
It's football at the end of the day.
And again, that goes back to coaches' play design and helping out your offensive line. When they got that play figured out, you got to do something different. We didn't.
Got you. Why did Kobe miss that block?
Don't know why, but I know these boys do not be wanting to get physical like that.
Effort, desire.
That's a crazy wide receiver mentality. When I ain't getting the ball, it's the lack of effort. That's why you gotta love that group, Judy, Rose, Smith. You gotta love that group because they wanted to put people in the dirt, man. They wanted to put hands on people. And a lot of these wide receivers ain't got that about them, bro.
Law does. Kendrick Law's the only one, but you're right. They don't care.
Dexter, I get it. Everybody wants us to be in the playoff. I get it. Do you want them there? Do you guys really want them in the playoffs, playing like they did last night? Is that what you want to put out there? Is that the product that you want put forward as an Alabama football team? I'm sorry, guys, and I'm Alabama fan through and through, but I do not want to see them in the playoffs like this. Don't go up there and embarrass us any more than what you already have this year.
I agree with you, brother. They're not guys. We're not with 3 losses. We're not going to SEC championship game. That's over. You want to go watch them play the Gator Bowl? This is for them. I mean, you know, I'm not going to waste money going to Gator Bowl. Nobody going to care about that.
This thing about me, I want to waste some money going to neither one of them, but I'm gonna watch it on TV.
Guys, and I am sorry. I just last night was pathetic.
Yeah.
3 points.
Yes.
That hurt. 3 points.
And I'm still going to argue about that. That's 10 points. That was a touchdown. Go ahead.
Well,
yeah, but the final score
that was stole.
Final score says different. Yeah.
That was stole.
Again, still, even if they would have got it, would they have won the game? Don't think so.
Well, 24-10. I mean, again, I'll quit.
It's a loss.
Touchdown? Was it a touchdown? And y'all answer me that, and I'll shut up.
It definitely was.
Was it legal?
What the ref said, there was some bull, but that what we got to
rock
with.
A touchdown. Okay, I'll shut up about it. That's all I'm gonna make sure.
All right, just leave it alone, AT. You can't change the score.
I get the feeling about it, but I just been got out of that referee stuff a long time ago because we can't control those zebras, man. They want to be part of it. They want to be the players' game just as much as the players want to be the player of the game. It seemed like the past couple of years. So it's one of those things I don't even try to argue and fight no more. Like they do what they do. I've been seeing bad officiating all the way from middle school on up this year, man.
So what do we look here? Roll Tide Rise Up. Got a bunch of soft asses. Kid Shivers, I adjusted my belt more than anybody adjusted anything last night. All right, hang on. I have got to hear this, guys. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Here we go. I like this. Pissed off Bama fan.
Over. Give him hell, son.
I'm backing out. You guys go right ahead. I'll be back with you, man. Y'all just tear it up. Go ahead.
Come on, man. Come with me, brother. Give him hell. Let's hear it.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, brother. Come on.
Man, I ain't too long as hell. I'm just pissed off right now, man. I'm pissed off. They ain't a damn one of these players that play next week against Auburn if it was me, because it was a collective effort. Milroe didn't play good. The receiver good. The defense played okay in the first half. They give up a lot of rushing yards, but they also didn't give up a lot of touchdowns till we put them in bad situations in the second half. You know, it's easy to look at the scoreboard and go, wow, the defense gave 24. When you 6, another pick out of the you see. So, I mean, defense didn't play great, not their standards, not at all. I mean, there's no argument me. But the offense has been to blame for me all damn year because we get in these dog fights with people and we can't keep up. You know, the Vanderbilt game, we were struggling. The defense didn't play well. And you know, the Tennessee game was I said last night, game we've had 20 years. It felt like a game 20 years ago. It did. And I guess as a fan, because I'm not an analyst, and if you want to hear smart football, they know a hell of a lot more than I do about ball. I'm just a fan. But my question going forward is, do we grow from this, or is this but like, is this what we got to learn to expect going forward under this coaching staff? Because if it is, let's cut the snake's head off right now. Like, and I'm not a guy that wants to fire a guy after 1 year. Y'all know that about me after 1 year. Y'all know that about me.
Why is the offensive line not getting pushed, man?
It's
Why is the offensive line? Why are they not? Do what? You broke up, brother.
Well, some of that to me is the scheme. I don't like the scheme we run for the O-line.
Right, players.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
But it's not just that the play. There's no way Sheridan and be on my staff at the end. Be on my staff.
Thank you.
Hey, for the play designs. I don't, you know, the C's don't get me wrong. He's in the short and intermediate pass game. We all know that as fans. And winning covers that up sometimes. But as a coach, it's your job to try to design something to boost his strengths, not his weaknesses. And
amen.
We didn't put him in a great situation either. You know, I'm pissed off at Milroe too, I promise y'all. Because in that second half, I would have probably tried somebody else for a little while just to see if they could get some energy. It's not that they're any better than Milroe. But sometimes a different guy brings a different skill set to the table. But that being said, if the O-line can't block, what the hell is he going to do? So, you know, we're back to square one. Sometimes Milroe holding on all too damn long is his own problem, too. He calls a lot of his sacks that way. And he doesn't climb the, you know, he just stands still at times, which is weird for me for a guy that's got that much mobility. He gets caught kind of standing still in traffic. And I'm like, bro, use that God-given ability and move around a little bit, make something get open. So, you know, there's enough blame to go around. If I'm any of the running backs, I'm transferring. I'll just say it right now. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but I would. If y'all ain't going to use me, I'll go somewhere that will. Straight up.
Go ahead, Junior.
And remember, you were just saying something about the mobility, how you just seem like you get stuck. Remember back in the day with dual threat quarterbacks, the coaches used to have the best of the fuss. Like, man, stay in the pocket a little bit longer. Now we fussing like, get out of the daggone pocket and run. Like, seriously.
Let me ask
you know, I remember
man.
reading Young back in the day. I remember reading a scouting report for Steve Young, and that was one of the knocks on him is he didn't want to sit in the pocket. But then, you know, later on, people seen that he could develop plays. You know, football, like Alabama's going backwards a little bit. And it's a team blame, like one individual blame. They have the guys out. Find out who's going forward. Game, I'm like Trick Day. I'm letting it go. Because if they ain't going, what the hell? And you to win to get in the playoffs. If you can't get fired up for that, what the hell can you get fired up for? So the Auburn game, I'm gonna be busy, y'all. Just keep watching. Just lose to Auburn. Can't stand that shit. That's my game. That's my Super Bowl every year. We could go 1-11. We beat Auburn. I can find a good spot out of it. We lose, but I don't care if we win a national championship. It was a shitty season. I feel about it as a fan. What was that, Deuce? I couldn't hear you.
And maybe
I'm sorry. I'm hearing double speak here. I apologize. What would you do with our offensive line like Caden Proctor, the guys that cannot pull? Because, like I said, I think he's 40 pounds overweight. What would you do with the offensive line to make them leaner, meaner, nastier, make them mean? What would you do about it? I mean, we couldn't pull. Why would you keep pulling? Why would you call a pull play knowing we can't pull? We ain't pulled all year long worth of down except smaller teams. What would you do with Proctor? I mean, make him lose weight, but what would you do to him? Would you set him on the bench and say, till you lose 40 pounds, you're not playing? I mean, what would you do? You got to set an example. You got to let these guys know you work your ass off, or you're sitting on the bench, or you're not playing.
Go ahead, Junior.
Well, that again, I mean, that goes back to coaching to me. No, go ahead, NSJ, because I want to hear your opinion on it.
I'm gonna say, like you just about to say, it goes to coaching. So therefore, if he out there, evidently they want him at that size. So you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Evidently they want him at that. If they got him there, they got to be happy with it. They got to be okay with it. That's on coaching.
I'm going to say this, guys. I was listening to y'all, Milroe. You was talking about the mobility of these quarterbacks. Milroe has got the best legs I have ever seen out of any running or quarterback that you want to throw out there. He's big, he's powerful, he's fast, he can take off. Guys, I sat there and watched him take off on a play, and all he had to get was maybe another 2, maybe 3 yards. He decides to turn right to go back up the field.
Yep.
Why didn't you just go this? I know you see the defensive guy in front of you. You are a man enough to run this guy. You could have trucked him over and made the first down. That could be the spark of a game. You never know. Why go backwards? I don't get it.
He is scared. I agree with you. Instead of taking the man on and hitting him and running, getting that 2 yards and running to the sideline, I agree with you, Icebox.
And you know, that's what I've been I fuss about that so many years now. They're like, why do they go instead of going vertical, they go to the side instead of going up? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the line is right there. Go for it, lean forward. Now I want to say something about what Five Adams said. He said historically, Bama's first year head coaches struggle. Do not worry. Next year is our year. I don't know about our year, but honestly, I still do believe in Coach Kellen the boy. When he gets his quarterback, I feel like things will get better. I feel like I don't know about Coach Cap as the offensive lineman. I think that was a hurry up and hire when his guy dipped out too. I think that was a hurry up hire offensive line thing. That's what I feel like. So I do feel like we will get a new offensive line coach. But actually, everything I say, listen, guys, it's not facts. I don't know. I'm not there. I don't know anybody that is there. I know players that are there, but I don't talk to them on that level where they telling me stuff like that. When I talk to them is if I see them at home and around in the area, and it's a what's up, hey thing. How you doing? What's going on? So I don't know nothing. This is all my thoughts and opinion, but I feel like Coach Cap was a hurry up hire for the moment. And I feel like when Coach Kellen the board gets his quarterback, things will get better.
All right, wait. Before you move on from that statement, 6-0, I think I lost you. You could tell he is pissed off at the board. Period. I mean, and it goes to the top. You know that.
Oh yeah,
he's got it right.
How long are we gonna give DeBoer? How long?
3 years. It's an attitude.
I think 3 years is fair.
I don't think 3 years is fair. I think I do. Just my honest opinion. Okay. Look, guys, what are you going to feel like if we lose to Auburn at house? I mean, how devastating is that?
How many times did Nick Saban lose to an underperforming Auburn team throughout a season?
Amen. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but you could ask Junior. Auburn is on their way up.
No. Yeah, Auburn's on their way up now, so it's not really the loss that you make it out to be. We just hate it because it's like Auburn. But true.
Yeah.
Saban left for a reason.
Oh, I know why Saban left.
On every
Saban
you see on TV, as a football, this type of young man anymore, and I'm not. But at the same time, and football has changed. Okay, these guys don't just come into Alabama now and go, "Oh, no." They come in because they're ready to play for championships, but they don't necessarily know what it takes to win.
Yeah.
And you had that senior locker room etiquette with guys that used to come in there and they kept you in check. Them guys no more. And we had years ago, guys. We ain't been a dynasty for years. I don't care.
Yeah.
But we're not playing. We're not even playing.
We ain't won a national championship since Joe. Do what now?
Hey, bro.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something, Dexter. Then I'm gonna leave this up to you guys, Dexter. The system was against him. No, the system was not against Saban. Okay, including the refs. Yeah, they give us a harder time. Saban left, and if you go back to when he was coaching at the Dolphins, he could not coach these guys because they would make more money than he did. Now you got this NIL. You can't coach these kids because they think they're better than what they really are. They're not getting in their faces this year. I'm gonna tell you that right now. DeBoer thinks that he's the coach's friend. Or
the practices are not like Saban practices.
That's
This
100%.
this coaching staff is don't know what they're doing, and it showed last night. And I don't care what nobody says. Saban would have never. As long as I've been an Alabama fan, I know this from the bottom of my heart, and I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it the way I feel in my heart right now.
Come on.
Saban would have never put his team out there and look that pathetic, dude. This is a pathetic loss. This Oklahoma team is the worst Oklahoma team in probably a long time. This was no excuse. Bottom line, Jalen Miro can't make a read. The play calling was absolutely absurd. I mean, it was just terrible all around. Well, Miro can't get the ball out in time. The offensive line is just is getting blown up. Caden Proctor's getting blown up the whole game. Elijah Pritchett's getting blown up. I mean, dude, there was nothing. And our defense plays with no heart. This defense played with no heart. I mean, none. It is no excuse, y'all. Like, I'm done with this, bro. I'm done. After that Vandy game, I said, bro, what kind of coaching staff is this? Like, what do we got? What bro, Saban really, I know he wanted to retire, but he left us in a slump because I'm telling you right now, this coaching staff do not know what they're doing. And they're not on the same page. And Nick Sheridan, get your behind from stop calling plays, bro. Just stop. Because he literally tried to run the same game plan as the LSU game. And it's not gonna work. Why are you gonna take the same game plan that you did for LSU and put it towards the Oklahoma game? Dude, Oklahoma's defense is not LSU defense. It ain't even close. Like,
Well,
what
it
are we
looked
doing?
like it last night.
What are we doing, y'all? I don't understand.
I think Oklahoma got a better defense.
No, Oklahoma has a really good defense, dude. Their run defense is top 20 in the country. Like, and their defense is probably one of, I'll say it's top 5 in the country. What I saw last night, that's a top 5 defense.
Everything you just said about the offense could be applied to their defense. Because look, Oklahoma similar time like Vanderbilt did to us. Somebody tape, and Oklahoma fired their OC 7 games. I bet that's correct. And they come out and they hit us with what we wouldn't expect it from them. I'll give you that for a quarter. They were running the ball down their throat. I'll give you that for a quarter. Where is that TVMA up there? Yeah, it is. Where was the fucking adjustment?
Yes, sir, it is.
At? Where was the
there
fucking adjustment? On both sides of the damn ball.
None.
How many damn quarterback design runs can we allow to just hit it? I mean,
Kane Womack.
There was no adjustments whatsoever. And look, I don't want to fire the board. Let me make that perfectly clear. You can't do 1 year in the SEC and fire a guy. I'm sorry. But Womack and Sheridan can get the hell them and them, sorry, Miss Jackson thing.
Yeah.
They can go on.
Yeah, they
start. So, like, I ain't got time for it, man. Like, I don't care. I don't care what nobody has to say. I know there's a lot of professional analytics guys on YouTube that's going to tell us that we this way. Well, they can go to hell on too. I'm getting tired of everybody telling everybody how to feel. You don't go to Oklahoma. You don't go to Norman, Oklahoma to a 5-5 school.
When has Alabama been?
You got to win out. If you can't get fired
Alabama
that, you can't get fucking fired.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you a question then. Would y'all fire Nick Sheridan right now?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Him and that jackass on defense, Womack,
his inability to be able to change.
Well, wait a minute a second, guys. before you start dumping on Walmack, all right? If you got your offense out there for 3 or 4 plays off the field, you're wearing our defense
And I
out.
agree.
All right. I'm not gonna throw I'm gonna throw
I
more
agree,
of the blame on this on the offense more so than I am the defense. Defense got tired, they got hurt. I understand all that. But I feel like they was wearing them out by keeping the offense off the field, by running the ball, making these
But
catches, keeping the defense out there. Go ahead.
Icebox,
Yeah.
Icebox. Let me say something. From the start of this ball game, we literally could not stop the quarterback run. We missed tackles, bro. Something is seriously wrong. It is seriously something wrong on our defense, and I don't know if it's going to be fixed this year.
But I don't think so either. Go ahead, Van. You had your hand up.
Look,
I think he's freezing up a little bit.
we've had a problem for 4 years. Junior, me and him talk a lot. He's here. He hears me run my mouth 24/7. He deals with it. He's a friend. He just lets me out. Yep. But we've had a defensive line problem going back to 2020. We're not producing talent pro anymore. That tells us a problem because we're getting recruits in that everybody keeps telling us that are amazing. So what's the problem? I hate to say it. We got a Bama man running that defensive line, Freddie Roach. And I'm starting to think he's got to go. I don't think he's getting the development of these guys. I'm not the big because I don't think a person fits the 4-2-5. That's just being honest. I don't think we've got the right for it. I agree with you that the offense didn't do the defense no favors. They hadn't all year, but at the same time, we come out getting punched in the mouth and didn't have anything for it. And he didn't make no adjustments either. No. So I wouldn't just as much blame on him as I do Sheridan.
No 3 and outs, Harley. I agree. If you get them 3 and out, it don't matter what your offense does.
Their team lost.
Didn't do worth the day.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Let me just say
just to clarify something, because I get confused sometimes. I'm an old truck driver, okay? Is Roach an O-line coach or is it a D-line?
D-line coach.
D-line. That play linebacker.
Now, I'm going to agree with Van. I really am, because how long, guys, if I come on here, and y'all have been with me ever since I've been here, how long has it been that I've sat here and say, all right, who's going to be our pass rusher this year? Who's going to be that star that can get up there, or the 2 that can get up in that line and be a pass rusher? Yeah. We haven't had one in probably, like Van said, the last 4 years. The last 2 years has been obvious.
And look, I know
we have just went.
Everybody's going to know Junior's name out there, but he was an outside linebacker hybrid guy. He wasn't a true defensive end.
Yep.
So,
Will Junior.
Yeah, we're not developing the D-line. And I'm gonna go a step further. Milrose put us on his back for a long time and pulled some wins out that we might not could have pulled with him. His athleticism's but at the same time, and I agree with it wholeheartedly. We want to see him get a quarterback and go and run his style of offense next year. Then I'll make my judgment on the head coach.
I'm gonna give him another year. That's it.
And the reason why I do
DeBoer is not the problem. I don't think DeBoer is the problem. I think he just got to get rid of Nick Sheridan and Kane Womack. They do not know what they're doing. They don't know whatever they're doing. It's not working, man. It's not working. And why are you trying to run Milroe? Dude, you know how many carries our running backs had in this game combined? 15.
How many?
15 carries. 15.
Count it up.
The whole game. Dude, our running backs are going to transfer. Our running backs are going to transfer. I'm telling you. It's going to be bad.
We're going to find out at the end of the year, I guarantee. Go ahead, Junior.
The reason why when you said you'll give him another year after that, the reason why I agree with that is because I don't know how much do we expect Killian Russell to come in and start his first year. He might be like that. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying? I always get a year if he doesn't start the first year. But you know, I'm an Austin Mack guy. I like Ty Simpson. I like Norton. I really like Lawrence, but I do feel like Austin Mack came over for a reason.
Yeah, this is not what was that guy Tyler.
Mhm.
What was his name? Because I spouted off and picked at you guys for that. Ended up going to lacrosse.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, Tyler Buckner.
Quarterback.
Yeah, this is not Tyler
Yeah,
Buckner that
his
come down
name
here
is
to
Box.
teach the offense. You know what I'm saying? This do what? Van's gonna pick at me. But no, this is Austin Mack did not come down here to teach this offensive scheme. I believe he come down here to play some football. I think that he should be the one that should step in. I'm gonna give Milroe about a quarter, maybe quarter and a half. If he does not get and show form, put Austin Mack in there. Give this team some. I do it. I should have brought
Dude,
that name up.
Icebox.
But give
I-
Austin Mack a chance to show out more so than Ty Simpson, more so than Lonergan, because I feel like Austin Mack knows the offense already. That's my opinion.
Dude, I don't want to see. I'm sorry. I'm pissed off at Miro because on that pick six, yes, he threw a pick six. It was terrible. It was a terrible read by him. But did y'all see the effortless? He
Wide
didn't even try
receiver.
to tackle. He didn't even try to tackle the man. He just
Yeah.
just like literally slid out of bounds and just let him just score. I mean, bro, the effortless play. You know, Nick Saban would have went. He would have absolutely went insane watching Jalen Miro do that. Like
Yeah.
I'm
And
telling
don't
y'all,
forget,
Nick Saban would have been on that sideline ripping and running up and down that sideline like it was nobody's business. Like that, this team is out of hand, bro. It's not just Miro. It's all of them. It's the team. It's the coordinators. It's an all around failure. We had we had everything in front of us. To all we had to do was win this game. That's all we had to do
Yeah,
is
that's
win
it.
this game and prove that we're still Alabama. Bro, this ain't an Alabama team. I don't know what this is. 3
a
points,
bunch
dude,
of fucking
to
pussies.
a 5-5 team, dude. That's
Hey, I'm with Roll Tide Rise Up. It's the last game. Put some other people out there. This season is over at this point. Nothing truer can be said. That's what I'm saying. Get somebody out there that you can start building your program. I'm not saying leave Milroe out. Put him out there and see if he can rectify what happened in the first quarter and a half. If it's not working, get him out. Put somebody else in there. Start making, if you have to, overrule Sheridan. Just do something. Let's start building. Just like Van just said, build for the future now.
He's gonna have success against Auburn because Auburn is not nowhere near the defensive unit as Oklahoma is, and it's not even close. But every time Jalen Miro goes
Auburn's
up against
defense is better than you
a
think.
really good defense,
Mm-hmm.
no, they're not
Marcus,
even on the Oklahoma level.
I'm with Marcus on this. I'm not tired of Milroe, but teams have figured out his weakness and made him a pocket passer blitz and live with the results. This worked out pretty good for 3 teams now. So that's why I say we need to do something ourselves. I hope Milroe can prove me wrong. I really do.
I say this real quick about Auburn's defense. Like, they've kept them in pretty much every ball game they've played in this year, even when their offense played bad. So I wouldn't sleep on Auburn's defense right now.
Mm-hmm.
But in points they gave up to A&M.
At the start of the year, what did
Look how many points
Milroe
we've
say
given.
about DeBoer?
What did he say?
He said after they made a play, he wanted him to enjoy, if you make a play, and want you to enjoy the play. And that's the difference in the coaches Saban. Saban, you score a touchdown, he don't go out there and say, hey, good job, great job. He want to enjoy himself. Get out there and you make a good play and enjoy it. And that's DeBoer's mindset, and then the whole team's adopted his mindset. That's my opinion. But
I hope.
you can't be
Yeah.
his best friend. If you're the head coach, you can't be his best friend. You can be his mentor, but you got to be his coach. You cannot be his best friend, and that's what he's trying to do. He can't.
We,
Well, I'm gonna say this, At. When you sit there and you let a
but
player
Alabama,
enjoy the moment of a good play, that's what we're looking for out of the spark. We're wanting the team to get jacked up, get out there and play some football with some intensity. There was none of that last night. None.
And
That's what I'm.
the well,
Junior, you're having fun on the phone. What's going on?
Oh no, one of my coworkers, she an Oklahoma fan. She texted me talking about I just text me a picture of her family and her shirt tomorrow. I thought you like our shirts.
All right,
but
guys,
I got
what
a
do we need to
question,
do
y'all.
for Auburn? We're in trouble.
we need
Go
to
ahead, bro.
put another extra defensive lineman in the game. Get away from that three front. Go to at least a 4-man front that put their hand in the dirt, that are mean, green, and line up and then get after it and then tackle. That 2-down lineman don't work. The SEC will run over your ass with a 2-down lineman approach. It ain't gonna work.
Well, what do we do?
Yeah.
Good.
You bring in that extra defensive lineman and you put pressure on the front, and then your linebackers can run to make tackles. That's all we got to do. Our defensive line is they're outnumbered. They're getting blocked off the ball, and that's why Oklahoma ran the ball because of that defense that Womack's wanting to run doesn't work in big boy football. At Alabama SEC, it's not going to work. You've got to go. Right, to me, you got to go at least a 3-4, if not a 4-3. You cannot run that 3-3 shit. It don't work.
All right, five. Adam said Bama is the best program in history, and that's what we're trying to preserve as fans. How do we move from this debacle from playing Oklahoma, going into Auburn, or Auburn coming here into the Auburn game? Let's go that route. And what happens if we lose this game?
I'm firing both my coordinators. But I'm telling you, your offensive line has got to lose weight. Your best offensive lineman is supposed to be Caden Proctor. He can't move. You got to get guys that can
Caden
move the
Proctor
block.
can't
You've
freaking
got.
move a muscle.
Look.
Horrible.
He can't get out of traffic.
This is part of the problem of the game last night. Marcus says, who puts 3 defensive linemen on 3rd and 1?
That's what I'm saying. You got to go at least a 4-3. If not, I'm going to tell you, I'd put 5 linemen on the defensive front.
Yeah, that's what I'm
and
saying.
two linebackers and go get them.
Yeah.
They can't throw the ball. They didn't have no rough guys. They had 8 wide receivers missing in the game. 8. I mean, why would you worry about the pass? Line up to stop the run and dare him to throw the ball. You never dared him.
Clean house.
They didn't even.
George says clean house.
They listen, y'all. They didn't even have. My buddy's one of my best friends at Oklahoma. He lives in Oklahoma and everything. He said before this, he said, "Man, y'all gonna beat the brakes off us." He said, "Have any receivers?" He said, "All our top 5 receivers are hurt for the year, bro." They didn't have no receivers to throw to, and the only receiver that they made that pass to, he got hurt the first ball game. Brandon Thompson, and then after that, bro, they ran the ball. They did what they wanted to do on Alabama.
That's why I said I would have sold out and put. I would have sold out and just put 5 defensive linemen on the line. I would sold out for that. That's what I would have did. I'm like, damn it, I'm putting 5.
Mm-hmm. We need that Terrence Cody back at nose guard. I want a nose guard guy. I want a nose guard. I want a 5-man front and put pressure on them.
Go ahead, bro.
Why did Alabama get hosed for that Ryan Williams touchdown? The worst call I've ever seen. Explain that.
You ain't gonna get nothing out of these guys. They don't want to talk about that. Hey, I'm some goddamn mad over that fucking play. I can't see straight. That's a big momentum.
Go ahead, man.
Can I speak, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, brother.
Yes, it was. Don't make a fuck. We should have scored 30, 40 points last night, even against that Oklahoma defense. That bad call might have been a momentum breaker. We still played like shit up until that point. Let's just be honest with ourselves. We've got to stop playing half a football game all the time. We didn't even play a quarter of a football game last night. We kicked 3 fucking points. We should have been scoring some damn points last night, man. That one ball ain't gonna make or break me, man. We got a guy that was up for a high at quarterback. We've got the best young wide receiver in the country for the money, in my opinion. We got damn good running backs.
Does every play count?
And don't let the referees dictate how you play your game.
No, I agree with that, but every play counts. Every play counts. So, I mean,
and so therefore, what they're saying, every play counts. Even though we would have scored every play after that, we still would have lost the game.
Well, you never know. It's like that quarterback. Who was that last week? That quarterback took that hit and he kept running. I can't remember the kid's name. He took a hell of a leap, took on that guy, and they got fired up the rest of the game. They went on won the game. But you never know when one play you'll get everybody turned around. But again,
I mean,
that's just one play, but every play counts. If you get a first down, and instead of a 3rd down and 1, you get a first down, that counts. Every play adds up, and every play adds into it, and it's part of the game. Go ahead.
I get it.
It's like I said in the chat earlier. It's like I said in the chat earlier. I don't really like what it is, because I mean, if my aunt had balls, but she don't matter. If matter to me, you got to do what's in front of you. A fair game. You got to make the most of it. You know that it's not like we ain't been in these situations before. Rise Up said something, man. He said in the chat, Rise Up's full of wisdom. If y'all don't, Rise Up's full of wisdom. If y'all don't know, good word. He said, we have seen this team have ups and downs all season. We've pulled our hair out. We have hollered. You know who hadn't? The coaching staff that gets paid millions. That's some real shit right there. We've all been off.
That goes to the board, yeah.
Things be cool as a damn cute. It's like I said, and guys coach differently. Screaming, hollering. Man, every guy's that guy. I get that. I forgot to coach growing up. D lineman coach the cuss word. He was mad, but you didn't want to disappoint him because
somebody needs to do it.
And he was a good coach to you. And coaches,
our defensive line
dog make you feel about 2 minutes. It's only when it works. I mean, they're skin a cat, man.
I believe our defensive line coach, I believe that's all he ever did was like even his regular words were cuss words like and, if, but that was somehow cuss words. Everything he said was a cuss word. I'm like,
every time my defensive coach talked to me, it's Laster, get your ass over and hit that son of a bitch and knock him off the goddamn field. I don't even on my field the rest of the fucking game. And he's yelling at me, and I'm like, ugh. I
remember our defensive line coach told the player, he said, "You sorry, MF? You should have been a sheet stain." I said, "Wow."
You want to play that kind of football? Go over to the girls' soccer field and play with the rest of the pussies, you son of a bitch. I mean, you got called, you got coached hard. And nowadays, it's players, you talk to me like that, that's what a transfer pro. They soft, they weak, and you can't play that way.
Oh, look. All right, guys. What do we do? I'm serious. What do we do to beat Auburn? That's the most important thing right now. What do we do to beat Auburn?
You got to care. You got to have heart. You got to have desire. You got to have offensive line that will knock the guys off the ball. And they got to be mean. They can't be nice guys. They got to be mean. To knock the guy off the ball, you got to block the son of a bitch. And you just be mean. Go ahead, Junior, or whoever wants to. I'll shut up.
And see, we keep saying, be mean, be mean. The coaches can't make them be mean. They can fuss, they can get all in their face, but if some guys ain't got that will for themselves to do that for themselves, it's like, where do you go from there?
Cut them. Kick them off the team. If they ain't got it in them, bye. Get the out of here. If you because you want nail money, you want transfer, get you bye. Leave.
All right, Van, give
Anybody
me some common sense. What do we need to do?
Anybody that remembers seeing my comments way back before I ever got on any of these shows, I've always said I don't like guys on defense. I don't like it when next to worry about when today's be sweet to each other. Kind of, you want them to get 0 if they score. Then you're pissed off at them, beating them by 60. I've always said those guys that are, this is a great ball team, pinky out, they drinking their tea. I'm a dude that cusses a lot and probably ain't camera ready for an interview. You know, kind of like myself. I want a guy that, you know, he's cussing on the field. He's probably getting a little bit of trouble off the field. I mean, you got to have that kind of mentality to play mean. I mean, you can't be a mean defensive player and then be a saint off field. It just don't work that way. There's a lot of problems going on, guys, and they've been going on for the last few years. I can't just even the current coaching staff, as pissed off as I am about the offense and the defense and the way they were coached. We've been having problems for years. Backdoored into the playoffs last. Be honest, we weren't ready. Georgia, all of a sudden, we're a world beater. You got to look good for 12 games, not one game. Okay.
That's right.
And yes, it's an accomplishment to beat Georgia, a good football team. But what does it mean if you ain't holding a trophy at the end of the year? So we have not looked good in a few years. We've been looking a little worse the last 3 years, and we had the greatest coach of all time for 2 of those. So it's not just a head coaching problem. And we can blame the NIL and the transfer portal, but it don't look like Oregon struggling with it. Doesn't look like Oregon struggling to me with that. Ohio State's still clicking along pretty. So it's another problem. We've got issues. We can't blame what's going on in college football for what we're doing because we still can transfer portal and everything that we deal with. Everybody else is too. So it's an us problem. We're not figuring something out. We're not getting the right kids for what we want to do, or we don't. The coordinators, other than Kevin Steele, we ain't had a good coordinator in full. Let's be honest.
Yeah, we need Jeremy Pruitt.
A cup of coffee last year. Defense improved. Jeremy Pruitt's the right answer. Really, he's
go get Jeremy
Tennessee. Does he come back as good as he was? Yeah, some guys aren't head coaching, but at the same time, football has changed. Just because he could coach defense good 10 years ago don't mean shit today. The game has changed.
And see, Van, that right there. This is what I say. Now, I love Jeremy Pruitt. I love the thought of a Jeremy Pruitt. But I always say this: we throw out these old defensive coordinators, but could they coach against these offenses to today's offenses? Could they adjust to that? That's what I always ask.
You bring pressure. You attack. And that's
Because
what you got to do. If you don't attack this offense, they're going to dictate the game. So you've got to get somebody that wants to attack. That's my approach. Go ahead.
If y'all can't tell, AT's still pissed off.
Guess what?
I'm so fucking pissed.
Oh, we all are. Go ahead. You can't be an Alabama fan to be happy right now.
That's
but
right.
I'm just going to house down. At the same time, the same mobile with Jeremy Pruitt. When a mobile team with that, we've all the guys. So
I'm going to tell you this much. I sat there and I watched the quarterback stand there. The ball was hiked to him. He basically just takes 2 or 3 steps, or he just stood there with the ball, didn't even attempt to fake nobody, and handed it off to, I think it might have been one of their receivers coming around, and he just stood there, poof, handed the ball, poof, he was gone. Gassed us for another 20 yards. Guys, it was not a mobile quarterback that beat us last night. It wasn't a throwing quarterback that beat us last night. It was a run game, gashing on us. Defense does not adjust to it at all. They don't part of it. You know what I'm saying? the rest of it was on our offense. Come on, 3 points. You know, I don't get this. Bubble quarterback is going to beat us, or a passing pocket passer is going to beat us, or a mixture of both. Last night we could not do anything. Go ahead, man.
We didn't care.
Y'all remember when we lost to Ole Miss in back-to-back years?
Yeah.
They were a tough football team, but their quarterbacks really were not that great. You never heard about them after that. Kind of.
Bo Wallace and that.
Manziel was
Yeah.
fluke. He was Johnny Manziel of Havens to throw to. Remember when Auburn beat us, the defensive quarterback, Mark? You get what I'm saying? Like, you go, and we're blinded by the championships we won and all the star power we put out, but we beat by some shitty quarterback years. All right, like, you remember last time we played Clemson, though?
Sure, we have.
Who was our defense coordinator last time we played Clemson, and they kicked our ass in the national championship? And that's when we had a good defense. That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes football passes you by, the game changes. I think it was Pruitt, and our ass stomped. We got stomped. I'm saying the game changes, and you got to change with it to get left behind. I think Saban woke up one morning and said, "Look, I don't think I can get it done with the guys in these locker rooms. This is pure speculation. Saban don't call me no more. Ever since I kept bugging him for trying to be defensive coordinator, he just won't talk to me no more." But you know, I think he woke up one morning and he said, "You know, I can't do this no more. The mentality's changed. The game's changed. It's kind of like pro football. Well, if this is going to be like pro football, you know what we're going to have to do? What the Cowboys need to do. Demolish it and rebuild it, because we can either be happy being what we're right, or we can try a certain type of player that fits what we want to do going forward, because we're running off a bunch of Saban retreads right now. These ain't new tires. And these guys didn't win a championship under Saban either. So how do we expect DeBoer to come in and win?
Let me ask a question, okay? Coaching. The 6-0 says it's best over Icebox. It's coaching. And I agree with him. It is coaching. But Mr. Jones just put in there, fire Sheridan, upgrade Damascus Shepard to OC. He's got fired. Will that work?
I don't know how good Damascus Shepard is. I watched Sheridan make play. Excuse me. I watched Sheridan run the same plays, the same formations, and not make adjustment. And when he did make a couple adjustments, the offense done a lot better. I don't think that he's capable as a play caller right now. I don't think he's ready. But Damascus, guys, I don't know nothing about him to say nothing about him other than the fact I know our offensive coordinator this year. When you line up, I call it a covey. When you line up that covey on the right or left side, 3 receivers, you're going to run one play, and everybody knows what we're running out of that play. And you got to evolve, like you said. You got to change. But, you know, this guy's got – we got to get rid of it and get an offensive coordinator. I don't know. Is Damascus any good, Junior? Do you know?
Who?
DeMarcus.
DeMarcus. I'm sorry. It says DeMarcus.
Who the hell is DeMarcus?
Man, what about you, Van? What do you think?
I think it was DeMarcus Shepard. Yeah.
Well, Jamarcus Shepard. Oh,
yeah.
The wide receiver. I think he coached as an OC, maybe at Purdue or something like that. And I can't remember how that went for him. So I don't know, man.
What about the dude that called plays for him at Washington last year that went to Seattle? You think he might want to come back from the pros?
No, I think Seattle doing all right.
So he's not coming back.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Look,
if he wouldn't have.
I don't want to promote nobody. I don't want to promote anymore. I want to bring on a guest and say he would make a good one. Well, that's great 5 years from now. Let's get somebody right now, because let's be honest, DeBoer's head coaching job at Alabama depends on it. He ain't got 4 years to wait on a guy to develop be a good coordinator. He needs a guy that can come in right now and work with him and work with what he wants to do. You don't get 5 years at Alabama. You don't get 5 years. No. Not after what the precedent that's been. You don't get 5 years, unfortunately. And if you look at certain schools and how guys, it took 4 to 5 years to build a program, but unfortunately, he out of time.
Yeah, but you got.
I'm curious to see it's more what he wants to do. What we can't do that when he's not back. Just like they put him on the Falcons, he couldn't do it. They're two different. There's nothing wrong. I don't know how either one of them plays ball. Likes to do. I don't think Milroe's the best fit. His athleticism is some games. There's no doubt about it. But at the end, we've cut our feet off. We can't work on throws. We can't work intermediate throws. We cut a lot of our offense down, very predictable, by trying to do too much of what he's good at and not working on what he's not. And I don't think there's an answer to say this is how you fix Alabama, because there's multiple issues, and those issues have been lingering. Just problem.
Hey, y'all been reading the 5 Adam comments. I've been liking all his comments today, man.
Yeah. 5 Adams got some good stuff in there.
Yeah.
He sure does.
Let me ask y'all
I'm going to say this real quick before, and I'm going to let you guys go with it. Kelly DeBoer has got the reputation of building winning football teams within 2 years. Okay. This is his first year. Yeah, we can give him a bye. We can just, duck our tails and go in and say, okay, this season is gone. It's lost. I mean, am I going to watch a bowl game? Sure, I'm going to watch Alabama. Y'all know that. But I'm scared to death to watch Auburn. But I'm just saying, if DeBoer does not get this on track next year, in my opinion, he's going to be seriously looked at. I don't think it's going to be 3 years, guys. I don't think so. If he comes back in next year and he loses 3 games, I feel like he's gone. And to be honest with you, I'm right there with him. I really don't want another. Guys, I'm 62 years old. I don't want to have to wait, and I might not ever see 70. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to wait all these years to see Alabama.
If you get the right coordinators in there calling the plays, it'll be good.
There ain't a head coach in today's market. I don't think there's a head coach in today's market that's left that could come in and turn any program into a national championship winner in 2 years.
I don't know.
I don't think it's there. You're not going to get that, man. You got guys that transferred out of Clip last year, and now he's trying to rebuild. He's using what was left over. He ain't even had a cycle of recruiting yet, and you're bringing him. You can't give him years. You're not going to win off a bunch of good freshmen next year. It's not going to happen. 2 years is not going to get it done.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, 37 transfer or 32?
Go ahead, Judy.
No, I basically about to say that because it's
30.
like even if they want to, if they want to rush them out, it's like now you at the same point where you started at again. You start all the way over again.
Mm-hmm.
The transfer portal is a thing. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be some mad Alabama fans even longer. I don't think Coach DeBoer the problem. Like I said, I do feel like 5 Adams said earlier on in the call. The recruiting class we got in, if we can hold most of these guys, and I think most of these guys are gonna be in, especially the offensive line guys that we coming in, they got good potential. That's high school potential. We'll see what they do on the next level. I think Keelan Russell is the next level guy. They can make the throws, they can anticipate the throws that's needed because that's Jalen Milroe's problem. He does not have anticipation for the throw, and as a quarterback, you gotta have that about you too. And Killian Russell can get it done with his legs. So I think really Killian Russell is going to be the future of this Alabama team and what we see from Alabama moving forward.
Y'all do know Milroe's got another year, right?
Yeah.
He could potentially come back one more time. And as a matter of fact, Mel Kiper said, he wasn't sure if he needed to go back or not, but he might be less served to go back to Alabama one more year. So if he's here next year, is that going to be a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it'll be a bad thing because this is what I feel about every recruit. This is what I feel about guys every year, not just Miro. Is like Roydale Williams. We love Roydale Williams, but when he went to Florida State, I was kind of ready to move on from him so we can start seeing the Jam Millers and the Justice Hayes. Now, if Miro stays, this is what you're gonna have to probably deal with. You're gonna have to deal with a probably as Ty Simpson not willing to sit there and battle no more, or other quarterbacks in that room better to battle no more. That's what happens when you get people that's lingering on in the program. Not because you don't like them, not because you don't like them at all. It's because that you really need to start moving on and start paying attention to the future.
What do you think about it, Mr. Pissed Off Bama fan?
I don't know what happened, guys.
I think Nick Saban summed it up perfectly right there. You can't. You're holding other guys back and their progressions and ability to get better when you keep sticking with the same guy. And as great as he is, we know what he is too, and we can hide his deficiencies when not it all comes to it. We're all gonna talk about what we was all scared to say because we didn't want to sound crazy. Play that a lot of people hadn't running early. You know what? The quarterback's behind him too. And I think the board and what he to do, there's guys that are more set up and have the ability to run what he likes to do better, and to give this coach the best chance to do what he does best. And if you look at his record, what he does and win with dynamic offenses that throw the ball well and use the run game to supplement, you've got to put a guy in with a little bit better arm. Let's just be honest. If this was a deep throw, it would be your man. But if you need somebody that can make any throw on and no progressions, 3-step, up all this kind of stuff, Milroe's just not. Because
who would y'all look for as offensive coordinator?
Quarterback.
Yeah, I do. I agree.
Now, guys, and again, it all goes back to heart, desire, and want and stuff like that. But my biggest thing is our offensive line is not getting the job done blocking because play design, whatever you want to call it. But if I was offensive line coach, and I'm telling you, I look up and I see my left tackle can't move. He's 6'6", 380 pounds. I can't move. I'm telling him during all season, you're going to slim up, you're going to slimmer, you're going to come in 30, 40 pounds lighter, your ass is right in the bench, or you transfer out. I would tell him that because he can't block, he can't move, and if you can't move, you're not no good to me. Show me you got the want to, you got the desire, you got the fire in your heart, Junior, and go from there. That offensive line is where the game is won up front. You're between your tackles is where the game is won. If your offensive line don't block, it don't matter how good your rest of your team is, you're going to get beat. Go ahead, Junior. Hello?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
I thought I was froze up.
Oh, no.
You go ahead now. I didn't want to, stop everybody. Just the offensive line to me is the number one problem. I think we really do. We got great guys, but we're not using them. They're overweight. They're too big. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, guys. I had some technical difficulties a while ago for some reason. From what I'm gathering from Van, is that the coaches sounds like DeBoer has not got his team together. This was a thrown together team. We had high hopes from because they showed us promise, and then we're let down because of what happened last night. It put us out of any kind of hopes of really any national championship or any SEC championship. So we're hurt, and I feel like that with another recruiting year, he's going to get freshmen in that he wants. They're not going to have the experience. Yeah, he might get some stars out of them right off the bat, maybe, but he does not have the experience underneath him. That's why I'm trying to tell you right now. If Railroad does not perform to expectations within a quarter and a half, put someone else. And my recommendation, of course, is Austin Mack. But what my opinion is worth. I don't think Ty Simpson is the guy. I really don't. I feel like Austin Mack could probably at least perform enough to show us what can be. I don't know. I just feel like that we do need to give DeBoer another year, but he's got to do better than what he's done this year. Gotcha.
He had a big turnover, guys. What, 37 left transfer portal, and how many we signed? 30. That's 57 players or 67 players right there that you transferred 1 year. So the Nick Saban effect is really wore out and is about gone. So you got to get your own players in there, and you got to do better. Me and Van talked about this part last night. We got to quit playing Superman football with our quarterback. Bryce Young ran around, and now we got the same thing with a lot bigger guys doing the same thing. It's got all the ability in the world, but we're not playing football. We're playing Superman football with a quarterback, and we got to do better than that. And that's a play call, and that's the offensive coordinator, and his ass would be gone. I would not. I tell you, don't even get on the plane. Just walk. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you my thought about Miro too. I think the whole Miro has to be the quarterback this year, and what I did feel like Miro had to be the quarterback this season. It was you had to do something to keep this team together. If you drop Miro, that team disintegrates. And you talking about some mad Alabama fans now? Oh, we would have been pissed off at this point if Miro wouldn't have been that guy. Because them guys rock with each other. Regardless of what we feel, what we say, they rock with Miro. So Coach Kellen, a good head coach, knows that it's not quite my guy. I'm going to make it best work for me as much as I can, but I got to keep this guy because he's going to be the guy to keep the core of this team together.
You're probably right.
And we can say let them go if they feel that way. We can let them go, but you're mad now. Oh, goddamn, you would have shown up. That would have happened.
All right, guys, listen, I am having some technical difficulties this morning. I keep losing contact, and I don't know if it's showing up on the people in the chat room. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and do a round one thing. You can say your last words, whatever you want to say, and then I'm going to have to get off here. I don't know if I'm wearing out Restream or not. Who knows? But anyways, all right, AT, you go ahead and give your last words, brother.
Offensive coordinator. You got to go. You ain't got better all goddamn fucking year. You got to go. Just leave. Okay, defensive coordinator, what have you done? That defense has been ran on and ran on and ran. Guess what happened last night? The same offensive thing Vanderbilt done. Oklahoma did the same thing. You didn't make one adjustment. Not one. Why would you keep him, guys? Why would you keep somebody that can't make adjustments in game? If we line up and we're beating you from the start, and he's like, we win the game. If we line up and we got to make adjustments, you can forget about it. Defensive coordinator, you're gone. I would get rid of both of them, and I'd bring in two more, and I don't know if it'd be better or worse. Well, you know what you got ain't working, so if you try to keep doing it, it's going to keep doing the same damn thing. You cannot win with that, with what you're doing. I know that 3-3-5 swarm is supposed to be a great idea. Maybe down at UNA's level it is, but up at our level it ain't, because a 6'6", 340-pound man will lean against you for 4 quarters and wear you down. You've got to get more defensive linemen to win the game. I'd go back to the 4-3. I'd be a more attacking defense, but, I mean, I got to quit. Y'all go ahead. I'm going to start cussing up a storm.
Okay. Go ahead, Judy.
Do you know who you would bring in as the OC in the DC?
Any goddamn body.
And
that ain't really a fix.
I'm not cussing you, Junior. Please don't.
No. I ain't taking it that way. And I'm just saying, I feel that. But it's like it could be a hit or a miss too. Cause guess what you're doing when you do this stuff? You gotta start over from square one again. Now everybody gotta get to know each other, gotta fill out the players again. At least if they were to stay, I don't know. Really, I'm an Alabama fan, don't care what the hell. I want to win. That's all I know.
Yeah.
If they do stay, you do build off continuity next year. You do build off the ones that stay at Alabama. They know what's going on already. That's what you do build off. But every time we hire a new coach, we taking a step back because we're going through a whole learning system again.
Not necessarily.
How not?
I'm gonna say this much. Well, I'm just in response, and I'm gonna let Van go. Saban lost coaches every year. and he would come back next year and win a championship or come close. But I know Saban had his certain.
Nick Saban was an
Style of football was different.
I get it. I really do.
different.
And we seen on the back end of it when it started happening.
Trying to cut
Mhm.
wings off.
Go ahead, Van.
I think he's
Yeah, I know. He's
having trouble.
I'm trying to figure out how many coaches in college football right now have been to a title. There many out there. Curry, Dabo at Clemson, Ryan Day at Ohio State. There's not many coaches have been to a national title. We've got one of those coaches. So being pissed off earlier, I'll spit the shit out. I'm running off. But now, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm delayed bad, so you may not hear this for like 10 seconds. But go ahead.
Oh, and I was like, we can even throw Sonny Dykes in there.
You give.
What have they got Sonny Dykes?
Yeah. I don't know what would have happened to Sonny Dykes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to say. Like, I don't think we'd be as good as we are right now. Personally, I mean, it's one thing to win at SMU or wherever you're at, but it's another to win at Alabama. It's a transit. Don't get talked about. The pressure there is unlike anywhere else.
Yeah.
And it's just hard to say. Take a guy in Icebox, let's be realistic and say the AD years. You take all the first year and he's got a next year. With a new staff, the 1 year off, now we're restarting again. You don't really get these recruits feeling good. They're all young. You can't go out there with 22 fresh starting. So I don't know what the answer is. I think we got a good head coach. If Womack could make adjustments, I wouldn't be so hard on him because our defense has actually kept us in some ball games this year. They really have. Like, they haven't played excellent.
You're right.
Giving up 275 rushing yards is not good, but they keep them out of the scoreboard at the same time. They are keeping them off the scoreboard. So kept us in ball games, and our offense has continued to let us down in certain ways. And you can point to different people all year, not just number 4. Wide receivers have had big drops. The offensive line's been a problem for hell as long as I can remember. Right now, it feels like it's been 4 years that our offensive line's been not as good as they should be, considering the type of players we're pulling in. So, I mean, we've got issues to iron out other than just firing people. We've got internal problems that have been there since Saban's last day. So we got to fix them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, is there anything about the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator that got better this entire year? Name me one thing that got better on defense or offensive coordinator that you'd want them back. I mean, everybody can answer that however you want.
Well, who's to say he's got
get rid of both of them?
great players? I mean,
how many young,
the
how many
brick
young,
championships
how many
All right.
I didn't hear you.
Go ahead.
It's in-game adjustments what makes me the maddest guy.
And I do feel that in-game adjustments because I was texting Van back and forth with Van last night. In the first half, they were going off, and I wasn't saying nothing. I said, I'm trying to wait till the second half to see what adjustments before I go crazy because I'm on the verge of going crazy because I do want to see adjustments. So adjustment part, I do get adjustments. I do make adjustments.
They ain't done it all year. Why would you bring them back?
Let me go this route, guys, and I'm gonna be quiet for a while. Hello, Ricky Smith. I feel like this. Our losses were bad losses. Okay. They wasn't hard-fought losses. That's the problem. Okay. I expect a lost game here and there with the first-year head coach. I really do. But it's the way we lose. Okay. We losing without no heart, no pride. it seems like, we could be just dominated. That's not Alabama football. That's the problem I'm having right now. And I'm not going to say the problem lies with DeBoer. I'm not going to say it lies with, the coaches or the players or the NIL or whatever. I think I'm glad Van come on here because I think he said it the best and right. It is a us problem. I'm not going to say the fans because fans are what we are. I think Alabama has a problem within themselves, and they've had it for, like he said, probably we've all seen it. We have been on a downhill slide for the last 4 years. That's the problem. Is something else is going on down there that is causing the result that we have now. I don't know what it is. I'll be honest with you. I don't.
Yep.
Go ahead, Van.
Yeah.
Our main man Rise Up brought up on NSJ show a couple weeks ago a common denominator that's going back a few years, and that was the athletic director. And I never thought about it, but he's the bridge between the Saban years and now. In the last few years, you think Alabama may have climbed the last. You could go back and have done the last. You could go back and back. But that it almost feels like his focus is growing everything and not just the football team. And I guess to a point it should. But at times there's a lot more excitement from him about basketball than football. And I'm like, wait a minute, dog, it's a cash cow right here. Football's most. I mean, that's what it is. So I was saying that he had brought that up it may have been months ago. My time runs together, but it was brilliant. I thought about it like that and thought about it a lot since. And it makes sense to me. The whole dynamic the feel at Alabama is just different now, and that could be a lot to do with it. Mal Moore was an Alabama man, went to school there, played there, coached there. Like, it was in his blood, and it's hard to replace a guy like that.
I give him blood. I give
It
him
makes
blood.
sense. And like Rotad says, Burns is not an SEC guy. I guess he might be. I don't care about the volleyball. I don't care about the golf. I don't care about the other athletics. I'm going to be honest with you. Alabama is known for football. Kentucky is known for basketball. Okay. Duke is known for basketball. LSU is known for football. Okay. Your cash cow, like you said, the money comes from Alabama football. It doesn't come from none of these other sports. And I ain't saying downgrade the other sports. You know that. I'd rather be a champion in every sport that we play, But reality is Alabama football is what brings in the money. Okay. So they need to straighten that out. Go ahead, Judy.
Oh, no, I ain't got nothing.
All right, guys. The best coaches that Alabama's had was Bear Bryant, Nick Saban. You had others. Where did Nick Saban come from? He didn't come from the Southeast. He come from West Virginia. Where did Bear Bryant come from? He come from Kentucky. So where DeBoer comes from ain't what the problem is. The problem is what he brings in there is the coordinators, and then he has to stay on their ass, and he's not making the in-game adjustments like we said. But
I will say this. I think y'all are right. I never thought about it. Really didn't. But I have noticed that since Mal Moore has left us, we have went downhill since then. I will say that. I don't know if that affected what Nick Saban done. I really don't know. We really don't know. We don't know what's going on. But I'm going to be honest with you. This game hurt. It's probably hurt more than Vandy or Tennessee or any of the games that we have played this year. It is to make us realize we are not top of the food chain in the football world for now. And we're trying to look for answers in the next day.
I do know this. I do know when Nick Saban went to LSU, they were fussing at him like they doing Brian Kelly in his first 3 years too before he got it right.
6-0, I don't know, brother.
Yep.
Is Alabama's athletic director a problem? It's kind of looking that way, ain't it? I mean, I don't know, but it is looking that way. So, anyways, guys, we need to get out of here. We've been on here for 2 hours and 25 minutes, and I was only planning on 15.
I gotta get my meatloaf going.
Look out now. But I know guys are pissed off. We are with you. We're just trying to figure out what in the world's going on. Good luck coming Saturday against Auburn. Guys, I hope Junior comes on later on, you and Van. I'd love to hear what y'all's thoughts are. Again, be honest with you. But I do need to get out of here myself. Guys, take care. Don't jump off no bridges. Cross your fingers. Do your voodoo that you do, because Auburn's coming to town. And we need all that we can get. I don't know if I'll even be able to come on if we lose to Auburn. Oh my Lord, have mercy.
5 Adam. I've been liking all your comments today, bro.
Yep, me too.
Good over there. I've been liking them.
Well, I got you one more comment, and I'm gonna let y'all go. If I see one Alabama coach, one Alabama player smiling this entire damn week, I'd kick him in the ass and tell him to leave. I mean, there should be a smile on that goddamn team. There shouldn't be one smile on the sideline. There should be one happy person in the world that's Alabama because of what happened, and it just absolutely drives me crazy. You look on the sideline when you're getting beaten, the guy's smiling, and I'll let it go from there. And y'all guys have a good day. But if you're happy about any of it, there's a pardon.
Yeah, go ahead, Van.
I just want to say that Alabama Ty says some crazy shit sometimes. It's as fuck. Pissed off.
Yeah, for real.
And I like Stephen Hicks. Thanks for the misery session.
Hey,
I'm like Nick Saban. I want to kick your ass 24/7, 365. I don't want to play with you. When I'm having fun, I'm beating you. I'm not having fun sitting on the sideline getting beat 14-0.
All right, AT. All right. All right, go ahead, Junior. Then we'll get out of here.
nah. I'm just look, I'll be mad too. I know it probably don't seem like I'm mad. It just the reason why my energy ain't like that no more like it used to be. I used to be really miserable, but in the end of the day, I be having to get up and go to work. When I get out, just like I gotta go cook in the work, see what the hell them kids been doing. I don't know what the hell they've been doing enough. I've been an irresponsible parent for the past hour or so.
That's all right. I was going to come on here and say, hey, guys, I had a bad night last night because I got a fuss with my wife. She left me, and she ran over the dog, and it went underneath my truck, and I tried to kill the dog to put it out of its misery, and it blew up my truck. And outside of that, Alabama lost the football game, so I'm doing okay. You know, that's the way it felt. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate everybody's thoughts. I enjoyed y'all. Guys, we're still, the sun come up. We will be back. I don't know if it'll come up if we lose to Auburn, but we'll give it a shot.
Guess what? Next week, I got Alabama by 50, baby.
y'all don't know what my Pickems were. It was terrible. All right, guys. Thank y'all.
Y'all called me to me how
y'all. All right, guys. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Y'all take care.
All right.
See y'all.
See you.
Yeah, this thing ain't working. All right. I guess we go out without the thing. I don't know what's going on with my thing. Guys, y'all have a good day.